What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Saturday Night Knives, baby. Marco, Angelo, Heyman, John Butler, EDC, Neil McKenzie, all members of the G Ballers. What's happening? Renizzi Ray, Roach. What's up, brother? Member of the G Ballers. Rambo Adventures. What's happening? BS, by the way, member of the G Ballers. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Five by. What's happening? Member of the G Ballers. Danny B. What's up, dude? Member of the Visionaires. What's happening? What is up? Everything sharp. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. El Cap. What's up, brother? Member of the G Ballers. So, I guess we can wait for some people to kind of come on in. The people that are coming anyway. But for a while, I've been wanting to revamp the old series going off the deep end. For people who've been around for a little bit, they will remember those early episodes. We basically we get people on, content creators, just knife enthusiasts in general, uh and just kind of do a rundown on their uh how they got into knives and just kind of the whole series of their knife journey, basically. uh and I've been trying to figure out a way to do that and it line up with my schedule. And they used to be pre-recorded, and then I would release them as a what were they called? Basically, it was kind of like a live, but not quite a live. Uh, what the hell did they call those? A premiere. Anyway, it's hard to do that and line up the dates and times with everybody. But anyway, so Saturday nights, as often as I can, I want to bring a guest on and run an episode with that guest. It might not be every Saturday, but as many Saturday nights as we can, because it's something I enjoy doing. And then that gives the people watching an idea and a background on the person that's being interviewed, right? Uh, and it's just fun. It's something a little bit different. And when I thought it up months and months back, didn't really ever see quite what I had envisioned for that type of interview. So it just kind of made sense, but timing got messed up and it just couldn't continue the way I wanted to do it. But I got people lined up. We'll have EDC on here real soon. I'll have to get him a link and all that stuff. But next Saturday, we should be having Stevie on. And then I got other people lined up in the future. Uh, maybe some different content creators, maybe just some knife enthusiasts in general, maybe some designers, knife designers. So we'll just see how it plays out, but it should be fun. Either which way, it'll be fun. Ron Crow, what's up, dude? Member of the G Ballers. Good to see you. Tim, what's happening, man? Knives Are Life, both members of the G Ballers. What's happening? Iowa AK, Fook, members of the G Ballers. What's happening? Have you tried the Cold Steel FM1? I have not. Cold Steel has several models I want to check out. Paul Casper, what's happening, buddy? Member of the G Ballers. BEEDC coming in with the 4 months, baby. Hell yeah, balling for 4 months. Hitting that G spot for 4 months, baby. I come here for the BEEDC. Jacob Church, what's up, buddy? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. So, I got my paperwork thingy-majig here. I need to get that set up. It's well done. Slim and Slicey. I'll have to check that one out. Yeah, there's several. And if they're re-putting some stuff out in MagnaCut, that will be awesome. We can, let me get this situated here. For the members who didn't see it, released a members video today. You're going to want to go comment on that video. Got a couple of cool things for the giveaway tonight. And then a really cool package. If we can hit the 25 members, we got a really cool package to give away. If we hit that mark, get that situated. Doobie doo. Robo Stevo, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Is the audio coming in clear? For some reason on my side, it's saying it's not. It's 3:45 a.m. over here. Do you have to wear clothes to watch the stream? No, preferably naked would be, that would preferably be the way. Audio is good. It's clear. Well, that's good. Is it high enough? I don't know if it's just low. It's perfect. 5x5. Good. Okay. Because I can turn it up if it's low. It should be, I'll put it here. That should amp it up a little bit. A little bit. Go ahead and drop in what you guys are carrying. We'll give it till like 10. Let people kind of get in here and whatnot. And then, I mean, we can get BE on here before then, but we'll give people a little bit of time to get situated and get in here before we get started. Whoa. BEEDC hitting the 5 memberships, baby. Thank you, brother. Who got a membership? Robo Stevo, Jacob Church, Mark Parks, Brian Tays, and Derek. Nice. Awesome. Thank you, brother. That's awesome. Make sure you guys, any members who just became a member, members who've been members, go watch that video or, go comment on it and then watch it later. There is some info in there as to what's going on in the future. But thank you, brother B. That's awesome, man. I'm going to get you a link here in one moment, man. Place the phallic microphone closer to your mouth. I mean, it's really close, dude. I don't want to put it over here, do I? I mean, I guess I could. Then it's kind of in, whatever. Okay. Is that really that much better? It's just kind of annoying being right in front of me, I guess. I know what I can do. See, I messed with the mic and then it freaking just shut off. Is it back on? FM1 superlative. Nice. Rob Kirkland, what's up, dude? Welcome, man. Glad you're here, buddy. Lonnie, what's up, dude? Member of the G Ballers. Good to see you, man. Spider Comanix 2 and the Griptillion for Tim. Ron's got the EF 233 from F and Grow. Nice. Kathleen, what's happening, buddy? Or Kathleen, I mean, buddy. Let's get those membership numbers up and smash that thummy, baby. Yeah. What's up, Lonnie? Homer, what's up, buddy? Member of the G Ballers. Good to see you. Jay, what's up, man? Member of the G Ballers. Mimo, what's up, brother? Member of the G Ballers. Should be back, right? Okay, we good. S90B carbon fiber bug out and a Maverick from Tactile in titanium. Nice. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's do that. And I'm going to do this. No. Oh, that's why. Okay. Darren CNY, what's happening? Good to see you. Let me get this switched over here. I wondered why it wasn't right. How the hell do you mean? How do you mean? Going good, Fook. How you doing, buddy? Let me see. Yeah. Carrying the Cold Steel Recon 1 and a mini sheepdog for Rob. Nice. Nice. I like it. There we go. Whoa. There we go. See, it's what happens when you're always late to everything. You don't got nothing set up. Okay, now we're gonna do this and that. So we're gonna do that right there. And holy smokes! LCAP gifted a membership to Rob Kirkland. Ron Crow gifted 5 memberships. G-Ball Vision gifted 5 memberships. And Jamie, the man, gifted 10 memberships. Holy smokes. We got Gina's Reef. We got Crew Airs the Best. Paul Mills. Jason Salyer. We got Ember, Jesse, Mr. Garden, Kyle the Coonel, Mr. Explores, Sleazy Pancake, that one's funny, Scotty Brew, Jason Wise, Hero Sticks, and Mr. Dog Photography, as well as Michael in South Carolina. Mrs. Patina Turner, Rambo Adventures. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. Goche Stoyanov. Sorry if I butchered that and you're in here. Carl Sanford, Me with knives. And holy smokes, that's going to be a lot of bells. That's awesome. Awesome. We're going to have to take that back down, aren't we? So, we got 10, 15, 21, 21, 25. Okay, so if you were just gifted a membership, if you've been a member, go leave a comment on that video at some point tonight. That is how we'll draw for any which winners we have. I missed people getting nutty. What's up, Brandon? Just went crazy in here. Just went crazy. Yeah, get entered into that members video. We'll get that stuff out now. Quick, give it a little shot. So we got for the regular giveaway, we're going to do the Tucson here, satin blade in D2 with burlap micarta, and then a little secondary fifth pocket style joint pocket dropper. I think this is D2 with wood handles, backlock. Love this little thing. It's not expensive or anything like that, but it is a nice, lightweight, pokey little bugger. So those two are going in one. They're going in the one we're doing for sure. Then if we can hit our 25, got a brand new pouch, EDC pouch or something like that, whatever you want to call it. And then inside, I'm going to throw, I didn't have a chance. If you watched that video, I said that I would put a patch on the front and put stickers and some blah, 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 blah. I can probably do that while we're messing around. But brand new pouch. Got this little Schrade utility cutter. It's D2 satin sheepsfoot blade with a steel handle. It's not a fidget knife, so don't think that. And then I found this, but I cannot find the pocket clip. This was Remet before they were, before they were Remet. I don't even know if you can get these anymore, but this is back when they were QYG, blah, 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 something. But D2, coated, Tanto, G10, great little flipper knife. And it's a good size too. Probably venturing close to easy 9 inches. And then the big dog, we're going to give this guy away. Brand new off-grid knives. Let me get this right. It is part of it's the Stinger EDC, but it's out of I forget what the line's called, but it is assisted, but trust me, this thing is badass. I have 3 other ones, and I have the Tanto version in my truck. They are built like tanks for a pure cutting tool, since this is a knife channel. For a cutting tool, a useful cutting tool, this thing is awesome, guys and gals. Black washed D2, cryo D2, spear point blade, and then it's got the over textured handles, which is amazing in the hand. And for the gloved hand, really good as well. But yeah, this thing is an absolute beast. Really nice. Love this thing. I'll be keeping the FDE version of it, but I wasn't even gonna give this away. That's how much I like the knife. But I was like, I got a couple. So that will be, we'll go ahead and throw a Hank in with this one here. Dang Ross, what's up, buddy? Member of the G Ballers. We'll throw an Issuing Stitches Hank in there. I'll grab the little satchel of Hanks, but that's if we get to 25 new members there. Little incentive for you. Let me get. Oh, sweet. So we're going to have Everyday City Carry come on. We're going to have Big Red come on and do an episode at some point here. What the hell am I doing here? There we go. Yeah, it's a sweet knife for sure. Ba, ba, ba. That's a sweet little package. Okay, let me grab some Hanks because we definitely got that far. And let me see. I sent B a invite. Give me 1 second, and I'll grab. I know where they are. They're right here. Then we got a bunch of stickies. I have to get those out anyway. All right. We're rocking and rolling, baby. JD, what's up, brother? Member of the G Ballers. What's happening? So we got a brand new Monster patch. Hasn't even had the thingy-majig taken off. I won't take the thing off, but that's what we'll include in the pouch. And then we'll see what else I can think of to put in there. And then we got a nice little satchel of Hanks. Whoever wins can have their pick of a couple. So we'll put that there. And then, of course, I'll put some of my new stickies in there. Got plenty of those. We can do that now. A to B, what's up, man? Crispy, what's up, brother? Member of the G Ballers. Yeah, Rob, you did. You bought the Stinger EDC, the manual version, which is an awesome knife. Awesome, awesome knife. So we'll throw a couple of those into both of them, both giveaways. Guess I need 4 of each. Hanks are a weakness. Brandon, if you haven't checked out Issuing Stitches on Etsy, he's from Pennsylvania. Awesome, awesome dude. He's been a massive supporter of the channel for a long time. But he does all kinds of cool stuff, different sizes, all kinds of different prints. This is one of the large or regular Hanks. Then he does medium and EDC Hanks, which I kind of take a little bit of credit for. But good stuff. And they're very, very, how do I want to say it? They are priced very well. Okay, so there's that, and that. Don't really need that. Boom, boom, boom. JD, it went well, man. Um, I everything is gone except the microtech. So there was 20, 21 knives, but I sold a couple extra. So I think it ended up being like 24 knives or so. Byron, what's up, brother? Member of the G Ballers. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, G Ball, the giveaway I won 2 weeks ago shipped out. It might be lost. If you haven't shipped it yet, no worries. No, Fook, I said in the video today for the members that long story, but because of work and how early the post office closes, I just haven't been able to get there yet. But this week should be a lot easier going. And between giveaways and the knife sale, I'll have all that stuff out this week coming up. So, and I'll let you know when it ships, dude. So, you're all good, man. Let's see here. Okay, we're caught. I see BEEDC is in here. 1 second, brother. You ready, man? Thumbs up. Sweet. Okay. Let me get these on. Get the little headphones on here. Bring B in. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Oh man, living the dream, man.
You can hear
I
me
see we.
good?
Oh yeah, yeah. My audio good. Sometimes it does act up.
No, you're good. I can hear you.
Good
And you
deal.
can hear me. Good.
I'm glad you
Good,
got the
good, good.
memo. Sleeveless Saturdays, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It was so I mean, you know about it. It's been so hot and humid here, man. It's just we had
Yeah, it's
we had
bad.
like two days. We had like 2 days where it was pretty cool. And it got down to like 70 last night. And then
Yeah,
by mid-morning it was like getting ready to hit 90. So it's
it's been rough, man. We've had a couple of days here in the Piedmont of North Carolina where we've hit. I mean, we've hit like 99 a couple of times. I think we even hit 100. If the thermometers are correct, but it's been
yeah.
uh it's been crazy. It's been over 100 in the building I work in, the warehouse I work
Oof.
or whatever the hell the building I work in has been over 100. They have air
Dang.
conditioning, but it's a freaking joke.
They have it, but it don't work.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jake Anderson, what's up, dude? Member of the G Ballers. Good to see you, man. Yeah, that's when mine closes too. So it has to be a real good day, like for me to ship it, during the week after work. It sucks. So
Yeah, I'm lucky. My post office actually stays open till 5. My local one, but then there's ones right down the road or in the next city over that close early, and it's like my little
yeah,
podunk city. They're open till 5 or 5:30, but the bigger cities they close at 4 o'clock.
yeah, yeah. See here, like this is a very I we live in the valley, in Pennsylvania. So,
Hmm.
and it's all small little towns there's one small city like 30 minutes from here, 20 to 30 minutes from here, but everything for, an hour before that and like probably another 45 minutes to an hour till you get to State College, which isn't even a big city, like where the Nittany Lions play,
Yeah.
uh, Penn State. Uh, that's the next place up from. So it's all small towns, but yeah, uh, they all close like no matter where you are early. like 4
Yeah,
o'clock, and some of them don't even stay. I think some of them close before that.
I'm
Be
freaking
shady. What's
my
up,
phone
brother?
holder. I can't tighten it up anymore. My it's like my camera's slowly falling down every time.
Oh yes, I had to reinvest in some new arms and stands and stuff because even sometimes the decent ones will be all right for a little bit, then they just start to go eventually.
Yeah, I think it's been. I think it's officially been. I think it's officially been a year since I came back to YouTube. So it's. I think it's about time that I have to reinvest in some better holders.
I mean, I don't know. Do you use a different one for content than you
Yeah,
do
so I
streaming?
use one. Yeah, I use one for content, one for streaming because the streaming it I can use the one I do for the videos for either one. The problem is I every time I do that I have to readjust the arm and get it right back to the right angle to do the top down video and then have to
Mhm.
change it to do a live stream. So it's just a pain in the ass. So uh, I got another one that works for the live streams now, but I need to start doing lives more often, but
They make this one, I think it's in my truck. I've used it in there. But they make this one with like this metal stand, circular stand on the bottom. And
mhm.
then it's only maybe like 12 inches tall, but it's on this like bendable arm
Yeah,
basically. And those work. I use those for like outdoor stuff where I just want to sit. I don't want my phone sitting on like a log or something. But they're not expensive. I think 15, $20 or something like that.
yeah, like the one
And
I
they
got,
work good.
the
They're
one I
pretty
use,
heavy duty.
yeah, like this one here. This is the one I use for doing the top down stuff. It's attached to a table, like it clamps to a table. It's
Oh
got the
yeah,
arm that
yeah.
moves up and down. It's got like ratcheting, moves up and down, and then it's got the this piece here can just be bended. It bends like a piece of wire or whatever. But I just keep it and
Yeah,
move it, swing it out of the way, and do these whenever I'm doing a live stream. But it
that's
was cheap too.
actually
It was
what
like
my
20 or 30 bucks.
yeah, that's what my webcam is actually on. Kind of like a stiff arm that I kind of have up in the air
Yeah.
above my laptop, basically above my screen. What's up, sweetie? Get a slushy.
What's going
Cool.
on, everybody? I know I've missed a lot of people saying hey in the chat, so I apologize. What's up, everybody? Be Shady, you're the most recent one I've seen.
Yeah, you wanna I'm sure everybody in here knows you, but you wanna introduce yourself just for interview sake?
Yeah, sure. So, BEDC. My name's Brian. Um, I have a small and hopefully growing quickly YouTube channel. Um, been doing the YouTube stuff for about. It's been right at a year now, so I think we're literally coming up on a year that I've been doing it pretty seriously. Um, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I've got it all, and I try to do carry videos and pictures and whatnot. And I was doing stuff daily for a long time, and now I've kind of slowed down to doing a little more family time because it's kind of insane how much time it takes to do a picture or EDC whatever every single day. So I seem to be just
Yeah.
doing it more now on the days when I work where I'm already not really spending any time with my family. So those days I'll just take that extra 20 or 30 minutes to do the picture, and then I'll post the shit while I'm at work.
Yeah, man, that's I use my time that way as well. I'll do some shorts at work. I'll answer comments or respond to comments at work. I do as much as I can related to the channel while I'm at work. Too bad I couldn't freaking record video. I mean, I could do some stuff there.
I've
But
done my fair share of shorts at work.
yeah. I mean, hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
That's it, man.
All right. Well,
But
if anybody has any questions for him as well, throw them in the chat, and then we'll get to them
yeah, absolutely. I appreciate
as
that,
you.
B.
Angry Tom, what's happening? Got the Hoagie X1. Nice. BNA, what's up, my
That's a
brother? Good to see you, man.
that's a nice carry. I love Hogue knives, man.
Oh yeah. Hogue is one of my favorite companies in the whole realm of things. You know, they cover a lot of different ground, not just knives. So I
Yep.
actually was introduced to them before I
Long
even knew
before.
they made knives, actually.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
at a I don't know. I'll refrain from saying the word. I was at a Pew show at God, this was 15 years ago, maybe even longer than that. And one of the vendors that I always went to for knives there, he was like, "Hey man," he was like, have you seen the new Hogue stuff?" And I'm like, "Well, I knew they made like some knives, but they weren't good. Like when they first started doing them, they weren't that great." He's like, "Nah," he's like, "I don't know what they're doing now." He's like, "But their new stuff is off the hook." And it was like one of their first real autos that they did. And they were having Protec do them at the time. Man, they were
Yeah.
sweet. And then they've just kept climbing since then. And I've actually got that's one of the knives I've got sitting here is my Counter Strike. Freaking love that thing.
Oh, nice. What is that show side scale?
So that is the Cocobolo. This
No
was
kidding. I didn't
a
even know they did that.
so they really don't. This is number 6 of 12. Um, they did
Oh, shoot.
12 of them for Blade Show Atlanta last year, and
Oh,
there's a kind of a story behind this, and we may get to it tonight. But that knife right there is one of the reasons why I will forever be a Hogue fanboy, because their people are good too. So I've had great experiences with them at every blade show I've been to. Um, but yeah, that's a sweet knife, and the fact that there's only 12 of them ever made, it kind of makes it even more special.
yeah, that's a small number for sure, dude. 12.
And it wasn't stupid expensive. I mean, it was expensive, but not like you would think something like that. It's only 12 made, handmade wood, and all that shit. And they are $400 at the blade show. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's only $100 more than what they normally go for, I think.
Right, right, right. All right,
But
well, that might be one of your knives you want to talk about, so we won't dig in
yeah,
too
oh, yeah,
much
yeah.
to it.
And dude, I've I got everything on the table here. I'm pretty much running the gamut. So anything anybody wants to see, I probably got something in the realm of it here.
Awesome. Well, yeah, well, that's good. Well, I guess that's something I'll have to take into consideration. See, when I used to do these, I think I have this as episode 5, but we did at least 4, or I did at
Yeah,
least 4 previously, but they were all recorded premieres. So before we started recording, I would usually sit there and talk with whoever it was for maybe a half hour, could have been an hour before we even started recording. So I was able to say like, "Hey, you know, grab some knives, grab some gear, these questions, blah blah blah." But I guess that's something I'll take into account. But yeah, you'll probably want to be getting into a lot of that stuff anyway. So that's
yeah.
good.
I figured coming on to you know coming in being a part of the G Ball Live, I would need some knives and some potential other stuff around me. So I got a little bit prepared.
Good. All right. Well, the next question I usually have is what what got you into knives, or like, what's your story with,
Oh God.
getting into stuff?
So much like everybody, I'm sure that's into the stuff. It was really my dad, a little bit of my grandpa, but mostly my dad and my uncles. Um, so I've always been kind of an outdoorsman. I mean, I use outdoorsman as a very loose term. Um, camping, hiking, fishing, that kind of stuff. Um, I'm not out here, going up trails and trying to, blaze trails and all that crap. But um, anyway, so you always had, a Swiss Army knife or whatever, and that was, I think that was my main introduction into it. Back then was an old Strade USA or an old timer or whatever, and then Swiss Army knives. But as honestly, I've got pictures and stuff of me when I was barely able to walk carrying a knife. So I've been doing EDC since before EDC was the term. They didn't call it EDC 30 years ago. It was just you carried a knife every day. So um,
Yeah.
that's pretty much where I got my start. Is just like I said with my dad and my family, and like I said with hiking, hunting, fishing. You always had to have a knife. You always had to have something with you. So that was it.
Yeah, I've noticed it depends on where someone is from, I think. That heavily I think can have something to do with how early and like why and all that type of stuff. Like people who live, I've noticed like probably between where I live and where you live, a lot of people start early because there's a lot of woods and
Yeah.
so on, up and down through here. So, same here. There's a lot of like wooded areas and smaller mountains, and so you get introduced to the stuff a little bit quicker, I think,
Oh, for
around,
sure.
over here. Um, what led you into the knife community, and if there, what would be possibly the knife or knives that, got you watching videos, and if you remember, who were some of the early knife YouTubers that you watched as you kind of came into the community?
So I didn't even know. So that's a really funny story because I've not actually been a part of the quote unquote knife community, but maybe for the last year and a half or maybe 2 years. I didn't even know it existed, quite honestly. I didn't
Mhm.
know that there were these Facebook groups and Instagram. I mean, I've only been on Instagram for maybe a year, if that. Um, but going back, whatever 20 years ago or however long it's been, it's nothing fancy back in the day. Watched him like crazy. Cutlery lover still running around. Jeff, he was one of the channels. He's been one of the channels I've watched for freaking ever. And then what Prepared Mind, he was another one I watched a lot. Um,
Yep. I
but
still
like I said,
watch
even
them.
then, yeah, yeah, and even then, I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know that the community was a thing. Um, but I can't remember. It was I picked up a, and I wish I could remember which one it was, but I can't. I picked up a Kaiser knife, and the got introduced, and I think it was um, just through a random search online that found out that there was a Facebook group for Kaiser. I was like, okay, well, let me go on there and check. And I got on there, and then I was like, oh, wow, okay, so there's a whole rabbit hole to go down here, and then it's kind of went from there. Um, but last year, um, one of the reps from Kaiser, one of the reps for their Facebook group, I think it was, oh Lord, my brain's not working now. I'll end up thinking of her name later, but um, she had reached out to me and she was like, hey, we love, because I'd started doing pictures. That's when I was doing kind of going through my entire collection. A buddy of mine had told me, he's like, hey, you got a bunch of knives. Why don't you just, carry a different knife every single day? And so I did. And a lot of those knives were Kaisers at the time. So posting to their group constantly, one of their people reached out and was like, hey, we really like your pictures, blah, blah, blah. She was like, would you like to go to our event at Blade Show if you're going to Blade Show. And I was like, well, absolutely. I was like,
Right.
I don't know why you're inviting me, but yeah, if I'm invited, I definitely want to go. And so that was kind of the start of it. I went to the Kaiser meets at Blade Show Atlanta last year, met Stevie and Forrest and Sharif and Bees and the whole. I mean, just I was sitting there and I'm like, why I don't know. I can't remember if you cuss on your lives, but I was like, why the f am I here? I was like, I don't understand it.
Right.
Who am I to be here with all these freaking people that knife designers and big YouTubers and stuff. I was like, but I rolled with it and I loved it. I enjoyed it, and the rest is history, I guess.
That's awesome. So is that what? So it wasn't even necessarily a video or anything that brought you in. It was an event.
Yeah, yeah. It was really just the
That's cool.
doing the pictures and then going to the Kaiser event, and um I think it was, I want to say it was Sharif or Stevie one. I can't remember which one um mentioned that doing YouTube again, because I did a one single video 15 or 20 years ago, and it was it was horrible, man. It was so bad, but uh and then and I just kind of blew it off. But then we came back from Blade Show, and Maddie and Stevie invited me to come on their live stream, and I jumped on it, and that literally everybody in the chat was talking about, I should start up a channel or whatever, and so I just did, and I guess like I said, it's just kind of went from there. It's grown a lot since this time last year. I've been extremely blessed.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, what would you say not your first knife like when you was a kid, but would it be the knife that first Kaiser knife that you would say got you into collecting,
Oh
and
no.
so
So the first Kaiser knife is what got me into realizing that there was a community around knives. Um,
uh-huh.
at that time, I probably had. Uh, I usually don't count the gas station knives that I have that were kind of handed or that were acquired after my father passed, but at that time, I probably had, when I first started posting the pictures and stuff, I think it was 55 or 60 knives because I'd posted daily for like 55 or 60 days. If you go back through my Instagram, you can see literally every knife I posted at the time. I think there might have been some that gotten deleted by Instagram at this time, but um, I tried to number them and everything. But um, the first knives that, and actually it's funny, I just commented about this in a video I filmed last night. Um, Kershaw and CRKT are responsible for getting me into more of the collection side of what we know today as the more modern nicer knives. Um, the Skyline, Kershaw Skyline, Blur and Leak, um, and then the CRKT Ken Onion Ripple. I was a huge Ken Onion fan for a long time. I if he put out a knife, I bought it. But I got a first production run Ripple. That was probably the quote nicest knife I had for several years. And then moved into bought some of the cheaper Spydercos and moved up a little bit from there. And then it's just kind of been just a ball rolling down the hill.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's cool. Now, but you would say that the Kaiser is the knife kind of responsible for putting you into the community, though.
100%. Yeah, I've said it on multiple times that I credit Kaiser, Vosteed, and Olight honestly for, well, oh nine, well, I guess the Olight brand, because it was more O-Buy at the time, which they're not around anymore. But yeah, those guys were kind of extremely welcoming, and a lot of the reason why I got into the community, um, because I didn't, like I said, I didn't know about it at the time, and then those guys were always have always been very receptive, and um, they've pushed me a little bit. They've all been like, hey, you should do this. Hey, you're really good with the pictures. Why don't you do some videos and so on and so forth. And Vosteed was one of the first ones that reached out and offered to help out with content. Same thing with Kaiser. They Azo at Blade Show last year was very open to talking to me about things, and I think he actually well, we actually won a couple knives there that year, but that helped out with content, and then it's been amazing. Like I said, those three companies were uh, really essential in me starting my channel for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I would say Kaiser was one of the first few knives that I collected knives before the knife community, but I wasn't like I'd buy one occasionally. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like Gander Mountain, Walmart. Like I'd buy them. I always had one with me. It wasn't
no,
it wasn't a good one, but come in comparison to what's around today. But yeah, that's awesome, man. What would you say before we dive into anything else? Would you say what would you say the gear is there any gear in the EDC world that you're not into? Like whether it's multi-tools or flashlights, or is there something you're not really into?
I have tried to get into um, lanyards, lanyards
Mhm.
and beads and stuff like that. I can't get into that for some reason. I like them. I own a couple of really nice lanyards, some really nice custom lanyards with custom beads, and a good friend of mine, a couple of good friends of mine run um, bead companies where they make their own beads. Paracord Pandemonium on Facebook, Basement Bench Brand on Instagram and Facebook. Those guys are awesome. Love their stuff, but it's just I'll buy them. I find out I'm wasting a ton of money because I'll buy some of the stuff and then I'm like, it just ends up sitting in a box and I never use it. Um, Outside of that, I mean, I carry a couple of Hanks, just for emergency uses and whatnot. So those are pretty good. Same thing with challenge coins. I've got a ton of them. Don't carry a lot of them. I only carry a couple of special ones with me pretty much every day. But yeah, I guess like I said, I guess the lanyards would probably be the only thing that I don't use in the I guess the EDC community. I carry pretty much everything else on because I carry a sling bag with me every day, everywhere I go. So it's chock full of shit.
Right, right, right. What's up, Antimatter? And I saw Ginger Fisher pop in here. What's happening, brothers?
Yeah,
Anthony
yeah.
Rollins. What's happening? What's happening? Um, so are you into fidgets as well?
I am. I like them. I just don't own. I don't own any. So I guess that would be another thing. I've wanted to uh, get some fidgets. The really nice ones are so damn expensive. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
if I look at it and I'm like, I could buy a knife for that, well, I'll just use a knife for a fidget toy.
right. And that's what you end up realizing anyway. Um,
Sorry, it's
oh,
about to get
love you,
real
buddy.
noisy. My kid just got home.
Love you.
Oh, crazy. The dog's not barking.
Good night.
That's not fun.
I'll see you in the morning. In a little bit. Yep. Fist bump. Love you, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jacob. Tenacious was one of my first Spyderco pickups. I think actually it might have been my first Spyderco pickup. Nothing Fancy talked about the Tenacious literally every video he made back in the day. So That was one of the first Spydercos I picked up.
You know, that's one I've never handled, never picked up, never touched.
It was so
Isn't
crazy
that
because
crazy?
it was a really good night. I mean, I it still is, honestly, but there's so many better knives out there now. It's just kind of, sunk under. But at the time, I mean, it was a $40 or $50 Spyderco, so it was something where you could get into that name and not have to pay a ton of money, and it looked better than the Bird series knives at the time.
Right, yeah, for sure. How you doing? You going to bed?
No,
Oh.
I came out to see you.
So, would you say you collect everything then, like flashlights, pry bars, multi-tools? Do you collect all that stuff, or do you just you
Um,
have a couple things and you just kind of roll with those?
yeah, I don't really collect a lot of things outside of the knives. I do have a lot of multi tools, but don't necessarily collect them because it's one of those things where I buy something, it works, and it gets used. Like I've got a Leatherman Surge that's 20 years old that goes with me everywhere, and then I have a um, pint. What is it? The SOG Micro Pint or something like that. Can't think of Power Pint. That's
Yeah,
it. I got a Power
yeah.
Pint. I keep those two in my pack all the time. Um, Pry bars. I've got one pry bar to rule them all. Nobody can touch my pry bar. It's Countycom. Let's just say Countycom is a very dangerous website. So I carry an 8-inch Halligan. They call it the Hooligan, but so I've got an 8-inch titanium Halligan that I carry with me every day. Um, Same thing. I've got a titanium wrench that I keep with me, a little adjustable wrench that stays in my bag because the stuff doesn't weigh anything because it's titanium, and the bag's big enough
Yeah.
it doesn't bother anything. But yeah, don't necessarily collect pry bars, but I have a few. Most of the time,
Uh-huh.
that stuff gets handed down or given away. Like I've given my son pry bar, and I've got a CDC Hansen pry bar that I keep just so I can use it for pictures and whatnot, but doesn't really get used. Like I said, my Halligan is the one that gets used all the time because it can literally do anything I need it to do.
Right.
Same thing with flashlights. I definitely collect flashlights. I am whittling that collection down. I've actually got to sell a couple more because it's kind of one of those things where I collected a bunch of them just so I could take pictures with them, and I'm sitting there looking at them. I'm like, I don't carry them anymore, and I've always said that anything that's in my collection that doesn't get carried, if it has zero sentimentality to it, it gets gone. I just
Uh-huh.
there's no reason to have it. All of my knives, literally every single one of my knives gets carried, um, with the exception of my fixed blades. Those are typically squirreled away for, because most of my
Yeah.
fixed blades are big. I have very very few. I think maybe 4, 5 more of the EDC friendly fixed blades. The rest of them are big. Shit hits the fan knives, and that's what
Yeah.
they're there for. If something ever happens there, or if I need to use them, I've got my outdoor knives. I use them specifically for outdoors. But um, yeah, I don't really do a whole lot of collecting outside of the knife stuff. It's more of just as it's needed, or needs to be replaced or purchased or whatever. Then I do.
Mm-hmm. Would you say what would you say your so what's your go-to multi-tool, your go like if you could take one multi-tool, one flashlight, you already told us the pry bar would definitely
Yeah.
be the one. Uh what about pens? Are you into the pens
So
and
I
do you
do like the
collect
pens.
uh
I don't necessarily collect them. I guess I did lie. I do technically carry another pry bar every day that I do use as well. I forgot all about this guy. This is the O tool or O knife O Pry 2.
uh-huh.
Trying to get it to where a freaking camera can work it. So I carry this thing every day. This, if I was to say just an EDC pry, like a pocket pry, this would be the one, my go-to,
It's
because
the
it's got a
best
bit
one in the
holder.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a bit holder, and I mean, I've got right here's T8 and T6 bit. It's double-sided bit. It has screwdriver stuff in there too. So that one I keep. Like I said, that would be if I had to say that was an everyday pry. But for pins, again, Olight, but it's the O pin glow. This one that's got the little glow spot on the bottom where it'll light up down there. But
Oh, okay.
because that's so let's see. I've got it locked out, but let me there we go. So yeah, if you have the pin out and turn on the light, or well, it's supposed to anyway. Why is my glow function not working? Hold on a second. Let's figure this out.
Probably locked out or something.
There it is. Yeah, I had it locked out. So yeah, so it has a little light on the end of
Oh,
the
yeah.
pin. So if you're
Okay.
writing in the dark or whatever, then you don't have to worry about blinding yourself. But
That's cool, dude.
it's cool. It's a chintzy thing. I mean, have I ever really used it? Not really, but
That
if
one
I ever do
time,
need it,
though.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's not the
Yeah.
only pen I carry, but that's the one that's the kind of the cool pen. But that so yeah, I guess that would be the pen. I do like pens, but the one I keep with me that I actually use for actual writing and stuff like that. It's not it's a special pen, but it's not anything that um, it's not like a brand or anything. It's done by RDS Wood Turning on YouTube and Instagram. He did a custom pen for me, and that's the one I carry with me
Oh,
every day. So,
nice. I like that.
but that's my pen. But I do, like I said, it's another one of those things where I really I do like the pens. I can appreciate them, but it's again it's that thing where to get a good pen you're talking $100+ or more. Again, if I can buy a knife for that, I'm just it.
Right.
My main collection is knives, and that's kind of my main focus. But outside of that, if it's cool enough, then I'll try to pick one up or whatever. But here's that Halligan, just so everybody can see it and try to get it.
Oh, nice. I've never seen that. That's cool.
Yeah. So I don't think you can get the 8-inch ones anymore. They do a 12-inch as well that I think are in stock right now. But these things, I mean, I use it at work. I
Dang.
use it. I mean, it fits down in my little sling bag without any issues. And like I said, it doesn't
Yeah.
weigh it doesn't weigh anything. So
Yeah.
can't can't complain with it. If I need it, it's there. If I don't know it's there.
Right. Right. Antimatter. I don't know if taco bearings is out. I don't know what the scoop is with that, and I agree. If I buy fidgets, you can just fidget with your knife. That's what I
Yeah,
ultimately have
100%.
concluded. That's
Oh
that's
shit, we got Fed Harrison in the house tonight.
oh, I'm not down there. What's up, Ed? Good to see you, my man. Member of the G Ballers, I know he is. I don't even gotta look. I'll
Yeah,
scroll down here. I was trying not to miss anyone coming in. If I do, just
yeah.
keep chatting.
I'm
Blade
scrolling. I'm
Walker, what's
scrolling
up,
back through
buddy?
too just to see. Yeah, Blade Walker come in.
Big Doug's in here. What's up,
Yeah, we got Big
brother?
Doug. What's up?
Old Ron's in here. Michael
Yeah.
Upchurch, member of the G Ballers.
Yeah,
Good
mine
old
just jumped.
Ed. There we go. Member for 5 months. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. 5 months. Evening, Greg and Brian. Everyone in the chat. What's up, man? And then Brian's popping in. Ember's popping in. Both members of the G
Hey, what's up,
Ballers.
Brian? Yeah.
So next up would be, well, Is there a specific brand you stick with as far as like multi-tool? Is it
Um,
Leatherman is your go-to?
yeah, Leatherman seems to be my go-to for the multi-tools. Um, that's just it's just because I've used them for so many years, and they're kind of what I know. If I do buy another multi-tool, it'll be an arc. I really want an arc, but it's kind of, again, it's one of those things where I don't like. I use a knife every single day, so for me, spending stupid amounts of money on a knife is fine because I use it every single day. I carry a different one every single day or whatever. But like I said, with my I've had this surge for, like I said, probably close to 20 years. I don't know. It's been at least 15 years, and you know I don't use it every day, so it still does its job. It still will perform any function I need it to do. So I don't really have any reason to go out and buy another one just because it does what it's supposed to do. I do need to send it back to Leatherman to get I guess a spa day or whatever. But I keep that one, and then I have the best small micro, or best small multi tool in the business is the Power Pint. Um, and I keep that one just for if I need to use two multi tools for anything. So those are the two. That's it for my multi tool use, other than like um, Victorinox and stuff like that. I've got a few of those, but I don't consider those multi tools. As much as they are multi tools, it's just whenever someone says multi tool, I think of, they said, the big fold out, flip out Leatherman stuff. Um,
Yeah.
but I do have some of
Yeah.
those. I actually have one on the table, which is the last, or one, not the last, but one of the first knives that my father gave me.
Oh,
Is
cool. Damn.
the
I
old
wish I still had
Victorinox.
mine. That's
This is
awesome.
the old Victorinox mechanic. They quit making these in like 2006 or something, like 2004, 2005, 6, somewhere around in there. They make another one now, like the Super Tinker or something like that has the pliers in it. But this was one of the small, more compact Leathermans that has the pliers. I think it has the pliers instead of scissors. Yeah. So pliers and no scissors. But yeah, that's one of those knives that I don't carry, but it'll never go anywhere. It stays in my collection forever. I've got a couple of those out today.
Brandon said Next Tool makes a really good mini bleedless multi-tool. It's good for places where weapons aren't allowed. I think I've heard of that Next Tool.
Yeah, next tool. So there is a rabbit hole of the new up and coming multi tools. I try to keep track of them just for channel purposes and whatnot. But yeah, next tool is one of those brands that literally everybody's talking about, and they do make some really great stuff. I don't want to say clone because you can't really. It's it's not it's no longer patented, so you can't really say they clone on them, but they make a really nice Leatherman charge looking knife or multi tool, and
Uh-huh.
it's stupid cheap, and I mean it has great functionality from what I've seen. Seen a lot of videos on it, um, but yeah, for some reason it's just been I've always just been a fan of Leatherman. I don't know if it's the USA factor of it or whatever, but for a multi tool and paying $100 something, it seems like is well within the realm to get that USA made quality, or the USA made Leatherman at that cheap, or at a cheap enough price. When you look at a knife like a Benchmade, for instance, that's $200+ and it's only a single blade, and then you can buy a Leatherman that's USA made. That's their most expensive one is $200 for the. I think it's right around $200 for the arc, but their normal stuff is around $100 something. So it just makes sense to me anyway.
I think the Arc is one. That's the newest one. Is that the one coming with Magna Cut?
Yeah, it's got the Magna Cut blade and all that stuff. And then they did like the Garage series. It's like got super fancy that are a little more expensive, but I think like the base arc is right around the $200 mark, and I'm sure somebody in the comments will know for sure. But I want to say they're right in that price range.
I yeah, I thought about getting one, but I'm trying to be good, like, cause I used to just buy whatever. Like if I like something and I thought it looked good or I thought it was a good deal or good quality, I just had all these reasons to buy, So
Yeah,
at this point, it's like I don't need to buy the Arc. It would be cool to have, you know, and that would, but it's like, what about the other 6 or 8 or 10 or how, between Victorinox and the different multi-tools that are out there, there's
yeah,
a ton of stuff.
yeah. Now speaking of Victorinox, their actual like their fold out multi tools are really nice as well. Um, yeah, I've always appreciated those, especially ones that come with the bit sets and everything. But yeah, like I said, for some reason it's been Leatherman train, but yeah, it is definitely a rabbit hole, and I try to, like I said, I um, try to stay more towards the knives just because, like I said, it's something that's something that I do actually use every day. Now, there's a lot of guys out there that use Leathermans or use multi tools every single day of their life, and they collect multi tools, and I get that. If I used
Yeah.
one, like if I still, so I worked at a bowling alley for many years, unfortunately, and that's where my Leatherman it got used literally every single day because it was on my hip, and if my shop was on one side of the building, and if I got a call to go down and work on the machine on the other side of the building, and I didn't have a tool with me, that Leatherman was the tool I needed. So whether it be a
Right.
hammer, a screwdriver, pliers, knife, whatever, that Leatherman is what I had on me, and it. So if I was still doing that every day, I would probably collect more, not more multi tools. But as it
Right.
is, it just doesn't appeal to me that much.
Yeah, multi-tools is weird for me. I love them. I love them so much,
Yeah,
but like being what I do, um, I could use one every single day. There's
yeah,
no question about it. I could use one every day and use it on and off throughout the day, most days. But the thing is, like, I take my truck. My truck's kind of like a roaming tool and
yeah,
gear cabinet is basically what it is. Like between my carpentry tools and then my gear, you know, I have everything I need, but specifically with work, um, I'll take a bucket of tools onto the job. Those tools are designed specifically for those tasks. So it just makes more sense for me instead of grabbing my Leatherman to take a but for instance, take a plate cover off. I just grab a
right,
flathead out of my bucket. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's put me in an odd spot because I used to carry one a lot, but then I just found myself just using the right tool for the job that, whatever it
yeah,
might be. But I think they're great for out and about. Like
exactly.
maybe you're traveling, you're whatever, you're going away from home and you're not going to have that stuff with you per se. You're not going to
Yeah,
have your box of tools with you. So that's where I think they are really, really imperative, in the vehicle, in your bag, have a couple
right,
of
and
them.
and
One around the
and that's
house.
where yeah, and that's where, like I said, with when I was working at the bowling alley, that's where because I was um I was over the facilities there and literally did everything from electrical, plumbing, building repairs, and then also the machine, keeping the machines running. Um, like I said, our shop was on one end of the building, and we would get a trouble call or a machine malfunction call, and you can't wheel your entire shop all the way down 40 lanes down to lane 1. So if I would get a call on the other end of the building, I would have to get down there and see what the problem is and then determine what tools I needed from there. But say 5 times out of 10, I could fix that problem with my Leatherman. So that's where it ended up being that. But if it's outside of that, then I would have to go get the proper tool, bring it down. So that's where I think it's, the main place where those, big multi-tools come in, like you said, is when you're not around your main stuff, where it's an emergency backup tool. And just like I said, for me, that's why I keep one in my bag. That way, if I am, out and about or whatever, like if I'm in my wife's car, I've got a toolkit in there, but I don't have, like a good set of needle nose pliers, which I should, but I've got a basic mechanics toolkit in there. But then supplementing that with what I carry with me every single day, that Leatherman may come in handy or something like that if there's a vehicle issue or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Fuchs said needs a multi-tool with a bit driver, scissors, and the pliers, doesn't use some of the other crap. And
Exactly.
that leads me into something I used to think about too, with whether Leatherman or Gerber or SOG, like one of the bigger companies that does those types of tools. At least I don't know, and if there is, it's probably really expensive, but I wonder why one of the companies hasn't been like, what we should do is base a custom option off this set of pliers. So like if it was Gerber, it would be their suspension model, right? Let's just say
Yeah.
it's that suspension model, or if it's Leatherman, just the P2 model or something, right? And then offer this many tools that can take this many, but if you only want this many, we can also do that. And then where it could, where you don't maybe want a tool, it could just be filler,
Yeah.
something like that. But, if somebody wants pliers, a pair of scissors, and a can opener or something, and those are like the 3 tools they want with like a flathead on the end, offer that. And I bet there'd be so much that would be a full-time thing right there, I think, for one of them companies.
Yeah, and there are a lot of or a lot more companies. I think they're even talking about it in chats here, where there's a lot more companies that are offering, those modular stuff. Goat Tools is one of them where you can really customize it. Um, but that is definitely worthwhile. And answer Window Breeze's question, I don't know if there's any snap ring plier multi tools. I would assume there are, but yeah, Jacob. I just mentioned those guys, the Goat Tools. One of the guys I watch, or one of the guys I talk with all the time, he does a lot of videos on Goat Tools. I wish I could think of his daggum channel name. It's going to bug me, but they're pretty interesting. So it's out there, and it'll slowly catch up. But I kind of agree with that. I don't need a blade and all this other stuff on mine. But
Right.
I guess at the end of the day, you could save it's kind of like carrying a secondary blade to save your primary. Um, and they're
Right.
typically, unless you're talking about like the arc where it's using MagnaCut, they're typically a softer steel, so they're easier to bring back to life. So I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it's kind of one thing washes the other.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's always been my logic too. Like those tools in that are just backups to some of the stuff you might have already otherwise had with you.
Yeah.
But having that like secondary option, 2 is one is none option
Oh, 100%.
type deal.
Yeah, yeah, I live by that mantra for sure. Uh,
Yeah.
Sometimes I even question myself. I'm like, why in the hell am I carrying all this shit?
Right. I mean, I used
Mm.
to. I don't think I went. I guess so. I used to at my old job. I used to have. I would take a pen. I would take a little flashlight and then usually two knives. And then some days I would take a multi-tool with me. But even at that job, I didn't need it. I just carried it just in case or just
Yeah.
because. Um, but after I left there and went to work for uh a private construction place, uh instead of doing the modular home building that I did, uh
Yeah.
that was at the same place. We built modular homes and we would ship them as a company from start to finish, even to the shipping or whatever. But now I just do like private, typically residential. But I decided, and I even took a backpack with me to my old job, but now I take like a decent sling bag. And instead of carrying a lot of that stuff on me in my pocket, I keep it in my sling bag. And then my sling bag goes with me anytime I leave my property. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even if I'm going a couple blocks away, I typically will always take that with me. Um, and it just makes more sense,
Yeah.
especially for me. It's easier to carry all the stuff, and you can carry more stuff if you want.
Yeah. That's what I use. I mean, I carry. I keep a. This is a simple Studios motion sling. This is my everyday bag. I mean, it's not super huge. It doesn't take up a lot of space or whatever. It's comfortable enough. I just throw it on, and I mean, it's got I
Yeah,
literally have anything I could need in there from you know knife maintenance, emergency sharpening, whatever. I mean, I've got anything I need in there. So I know guys that carry
right.
around whole backpacks and whatnot, but I never thought I'd need anything like that. So that sling, I think it's probably, I don't know, maybe 5 pounds, if that, maybe a little bit more or something like that. But it's got everything I need in it.
Uh-huh. Jake said max level.
Max Level is one of the channels that does a lot of multi-tool stuff. He wasn't the one I was talking about. One I was thinking of is a much smaller channel. I could probably look him up real quick. Like I said, I hate that my brain doesn't work the way it should. Sometimes. Again, I think that's about all of us though.
The where'd I see Buck tool? What's up,
But
GB? I didn't know Buck did a multi-tool.
I I didn't either, other than like maybe the some of the what I call like the Walmart specials or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Later, Brian. Good to see you, brother.
And take care, man. Yeah, I can't see
Stevie's in
comments right
here.
now. Oh shit, what's up, Stevie?
What's up, brother? Good to see you, my man. Hope you're having
Andrew.
a good night. Uh, da, 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 da. My journey. What's up, man? What's up? GV, I said what's up to you, buddy. Somebody said something and I wanted to bring it up. Now I can't find it and I forget. Uh, I don't see it. Or maybe I thought I saw something.
It's
It,
so the guy I was thinking about, it's Andrew Fett. He is a smaller channel. He does a lot. He's got a lot of videos. He's got about almost 300 videos out, but he's like 850 subs. But he has done a lot of stuff on the Roxxon Flex, the Goat Tool. I even did some warranty stuff with them. He does a long term review with them. So if you're interested in those modular multi tools, he's a good one to look up.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I know
Let's
I would eventually remember him.
Robo's heading out later, brother. If you're heading out, Fook, later, brother. Yeah, if you're a member and you're here, you don't have to be here to win. So if you want to go to sleepy or make sure you leave a comment on that video though. Maybe I can post it.
Oh yeah, I
Usually
guess I need
Todd's
to.
in here.
I need to go on there and yeah, I haven't seen him yet. Guess I
Usually
need to
he's
go on
in
there
here.
and comment, huh?
Yeah, get a comment in there. I'm a
Chat with
feller.
my class.
That's what my dad used to call me. He would say, or if I was like with my buddies and I was younger, he was always a funny. He's a funny guy, but he'd say, "What's up, you fart smellers?" And then he'd say, "I meant smart fellers."
Dude,
But he always,
I use that shit all the time.
yeah, I say it to my kids now. So yeah, that stuff rubs off. Let me get this link and I'll put it in the chat because there's always someone who says I can't find it. So we'll do this. We'll do that.
All
Oh,
right,
El
now I can
Cap,
see
you
the
little
building.
shit. I just did all that. I,
You going
I'll,
through all that work and LCAP just pops it up.
yeah,
In
here it
all
is,
fairness, he did
guys.
put it up there. I think he put it up there earlier as well. So
Oh, all right. Well, thanks, El Cap. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, we need 4 memberships and we'll be thrown in the pouch. You don't want to get stuck at 21. I mean, gonna have to I better keep that up anyway. Da da da. So, do you have a favorite, like without a doubter, this is my favorite company as far as knives go? Like, or do you have a favorite company and do you have a favorite OEM?
um it's a real tough choice, honestly. Like I I mean I make no bones about it. I am a huge fan of Vosteed. I love what they've been doing a lot lately, especially. But I've been a fan of theirs since their inception 2 years ago. Um, I've been singing their praises for a long time, and
Hmm.
I'd have to say probably if I had to pick a single, like hands tied behind my back, got to do something. I'd say Vosteed, just because of what they've been doing so much here lately. And you just hit the 25 sub mark or the 25 membership mark, just so you know. I just saw it pop up on the screen. But
Oh, shoot.
there's some BS flying right now. um,
BS, by the way. Go ahead, then we'll celebrate.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Vosteed I think would probably be it. Um, I've been a fan of Vero. I like Vero's stuff a lot. And then Kaiser,
Yeah.
of course, I can't really go wrong with Kaiser. Um, I'd say those are some that really remain that I'd have to talk about. And then I mean, of course, like I said, Hogue and all them guys, but back against the wall, Bostede, and then Vero, Kaiser, no particular order, but
Yeah, I really gotta agree. Vosteed is killing it. That
I mean,
and I said it so much in the last couple of months, but I've been saying that people sometimes I think, not everyone, but there's people who forget that at least for me personally, I spent thousands upon thousands upon thousands and then some more on top of that into knives and gear and all that stuff to make like that I already had, but that I continued to buy to make videos on.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I had my opinions then before I even started, making channels or I had my own thoughts on
yeah.
things. You know,
I'd have to go back and look, but I think one of, if not my first video coming back was of Vosteed. Um, and then, like I said, they were one of the ones that have been kind of in my corner since day one. I've talked with UA a lot. I absolutely love him to death. He's a great human being. Fira and all those, all the folks at Vostede have been great. The Nightshade is, if I had to, somebody asked me, and it may be one of your questions, if I had to choose only one, one EDC knife, this is it right here. The Vostede Nightshade is my knife. This is my favorite folder that I own, most likely. It's the one that gets used the most. It's the one I carry the most. And only thing I don't like about it, I want to remove my flipper, but that's just a personal preference. But yeah, I really enjoy them guys. And like I said, the same thing like you were talking about, 90% or more of my collection, I'd say probably 98% of my collection has been purchased by me. There's, the other 2% is from giveaways and the occasional thing that was sent to me from a manufacturer that wasn't given away. A few things that were actual gifts from, Kaiser or from Vostede or whoever that are, not just sent in for content. But yeah, it's, I've been accused of shilling and whatever, what have you, but I mean, you can't question quality and value. That's the one thing I look at is the value. I don't give a shit if it's a $1,200 knife or a $20 knife. If there's value, it's worth it. A $20, when they're on sale, you can get like the Kubi, talking about, cheaper knives, like you can get a D2 Kubi for $25 when they're on sale sometimes. And that's extreme value. But even when they're $30, it's a valuable knife because you got great fit and finish. You've got, decent materials, and it's worth the money. But it doesn't matter how much it costs or whatever. But anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But
we can celebrate now.
yes, celebrate.
Everybody dumping the G balls. We got BS, by the way. Thanks, brother. We got BS throwing in some memberships. Sam, O Father, Karks. Derek for real, Trouble Bunny. I thought Karks was for sure a member already. And then Todd appeared out of nowhere, just like that. What's up, brother?
Hey.
We were just talking about it. I said, usually Todd's in here. We were talking about the members link. I said, Todd usually has it up and ready to roll. Ant, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Michael Upchurch.
His ears must have been ringing. He knew you was talking about him.
Well, Carrie's in here. Do you think the Riot EXO worth getting, or should I just get the EXO U since it's cheaper to experience the gravity knife? Guess it would depend on what are you trying to do? Are you just trying to experience a good gravity knife, or do you want an actual good knife out of it? I can say, I think, yeah, I'm not even bullshitting you, but I got my new one on me. It was on my waistband.
I want one of those so bad.
I personally, I have two of them. I have two of the full-size ones. When I first got the full-size one, I think, I'm not 100% sure. If I didn't say it in the unboxing of this video, and this was when my channel was really, really, really small. So, that video probably has like 100 views on it or something. But I think I said in that video, the original one that I have, wherever it is, would be amazing with a lock and a pocket clip on it. It took them like a year and a half to do it on the big ones, but they finally did. So, yeah, that's a game changer with this knife to be. I like the full size nature of it. You know what I mean? This is the Riot EXO, the original, is not a small knife. If you don't know, it's a big boy. But
I love the reversibility that they put into those now, where you can reverse the button and everything. That is freaking ingenious.
yeah, man. And the there's something, I don't know that this would be really. I guess it would depend on the lock. It'll be hard to say. It probably wouldn't be hard to figure out if you had the right stuff. But I bet this lock is pretty damn strong. I don't know what it would be equivalent to, but
Yeah.
you'd have to shear. I don't know how. You'd have to
Well,
shear the
those
tight.
are yeah, I was about to say they're titanium. You would have to shear the titanium. It wouldn't. Um, there's no. I mean, it does have the lugs on the blade, but I don't think those would shear before the titanium would. So I mean, you'd have to.
Snap the blade, probably.
Yeah, you'd have to snap it either snap the blade or snap it break the where it's thinner where the handle comes down and it's thinner right there where the locking lugs are. It would have to shear that off.
Yeah,
It would. I mean, it's essentially a old school fixed blade where they did like a rat tang or whatever on those fixed blades.
yeah,
And I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure it's stronger than that, but that would be the closest equivalent to it I can think of.
But I think the blade would end up snapping. If you
Yeah,
went in, I forget what they call it, but like say vertical. If you went in vertically into something and was prying up or down like that, I think the knife would be extremely tough. But if you turned it, I guess, laterally or
yeah,
horizontally, that's when I think you might experience not lock failure and not even the lugs, but I bet that's when
it
you
would
would
snap
just
the blade.
experience, eventually you would snap the blade doing that. But
Yeah, but that's with
so,
anything though. I mean, you take the biggest,
yeah,
beefiest fixed blade, stick it in something, and
yeah,
yank on it. It's going to snap eventually. You put enough pressure on it.
yeah, yeah. That's another thing I think about this knife, that it's got a ultra tough, kind of vibe, but because of the design, the ergos are awesome on this knife.
Mhm.
You don't have an open spine, you don't have an open face, so the entire handle is closed off. So the ergonomics on this one or the M, I'm sure, are both probably really good, but definitely on this because you can move around and spread out on this handle. You can get a ton of reach if you were to need that. You can choke up basically right up to the edge
Yeah,
for more control. And
it's a
then,
lot of the reason why I like OTFs in general. That you get that same feeling in any kind of OTF. Um, but those Riots are something else, man. I love those things.
and they're slim, so
Hmm.
it's a little taller. I'll give it that. It's a little taller than maybe, but not much. I mean, not a whole
Not by
lot.
much. Huh?
There's a full size Liang Ma, and it's only just a little bit taller than that. So it maintains a very minimal profile for as big and robust as the knife is. I made the unboxing of this. I bring all that up. That video did horrible. The algorithm didn't like that title, or I don't know. People didn't like the video or whatever. But I bring all that up.
Yeah,
This is actually a good ass knife. I understand if they're illegal, then of course.
yeah,
Um, I get people who I think they can't own them, so they just don't like them, type of
yeah,
a deal. Uh, but if you're someone who was on the fence, or maybe you thought one thing, you know, it would depend on what your day to day or your goal is for the knife. Of course, this is not going to be um like a TRM Atom or your utility blade. This is more of a more robust kind of, do it all type design. It's got a
yeah,
little bit thicker spine, you know. It's not a real tall blade, but one thing is for sure, they put a hell of a good edge on these knives. I mean, razor sharp
yeah.
out of the
Well, it's just
box.
like any like I said, going back to the whole OTF thing. Any OTF that I've ever owned, purchased, even ones I've sharpened myself, whatever, they're not super slicers because
Right.
they're not a tall blade, so they have a
Yeah.
very steep primary grind. So the edge grinds are usually fairly steep. They're usually fairly thick behind the edge. So even super sharp ones aren't going to be slicey. I mean, they're going to cut no
Right.
problem, but they're not going to be they're not going to be paper ninjas. They're going to be a little, like I said, a little more of a robust edge angle.
Right. So to make that short and sweet, Ember, yeah, I think the full size XO at least is awesome and would definitely be worth it, especially if you can get it at White Mountain Knives. You can use a 10% off code. You can use mine if you want or whoever's, doesn't
Yeah.
matter, but you can get
And then you're not
10%
paying
off.
taxes or shipping.
Yeah, I forget what I got this titanium inlaid one for. They have a micarta one. I think they're the same price.
They are, which is insane.
It don't make sense. So I ultimately went with the titanium one. I think I might have liked the look of the micarta just a smidgen more. But I
There's a guy
figured
out there. I can't think of his name right now, but you can Google him at your own time or whenever. They make inserts
inserts.
for those,
Yeah,
and there's
okay.
all kinds of them out there. They even do like leather inserts for them, which are sick.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
it's pretty cool. That's one of the things I love about those. I'm going to end up getting a full size one now that they make them with the lock and everything, and
yeah.
reversible like that. I really like the size
Oh,
of the M better, but
so wait, are you saying? Oh no, they won't work. I was gonna say, damn, I have another one. I can put these ones in here, but this is one without the lock, so I can't.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. You well, I mean,
I'd have to modify it.
you could. I was about to say you could, because I know your skill
Yeah.
level. I mean, I know you could do them, but it would be kind of a non-reversible thing.
Yeah, and it would be risky because
Mm.
I could accomplish getting it done probably, but could I get it done and make it look the way I would want it to look? That
Exactly.
would be a
You're like
different
me. You would always be nitpicking your own work.
yeah, I just probably wouldn't do it. It probably wouldn't be that bad. Match it up and kind of trace it out.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Put the other insert on that one. You won't necessarily have to do the other side, the lock
No,
side.
no, you can just leave the lock side, the other side plain if you don't plan on switching it out.
I don't know if there's anything behind that insert that would prohibit you from putting, because it does have a milling in there or milling. So I don't know if there's anything behind there that would stop you. Like
I
you would
think it's
have
just a
to have
filler tab,
that.
if I'm not mistaken. I did play with him a
Y-
lot at Blade Show. I think it's just a filler tab. Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
PKE man? Good to see you, buddy.
Nick's Knives is in here.
Yeah, I didn't
Palmer's
see
in
him
here.
come in.
Weldon Carey.
Um,
Betty Davis.
I think Carrie said something earlier. What was it? I wanted to mention it or talk to him about it. Where was it at? Where's it at?
Bluminati's in here. What's up, buddy? Member of the G Ballers. Good
Okay.
to see you, man.
Hey, at Weldon Carey, man, you said earlier you do not own any OTS. Hit me up on IG, or Facebook or wherever you're at or whatever. Um, I wanna help you change that, man. I can get you a pretty good hookup on some decent OTS, or not decent, some good OTS at decent prices, that you can actually find and that are in stock. So MaxX makes a fantastic OTF, but you can never find them. But good friend of mine, Shane, with TACCOM Knives, they make some killer OTFs, and they are very affordably priced. I don't
Tatcom.
have any with me right now because they're all off in a pass around, but I
They
have
make that
literally every
spry,
single one
right?
of his knives. Say that again.
They make the spry, right?
Sprite.
A5
Maybe.
spry.
I'm not
Or
sure.
is
So I
that a
actually
different
lied.
company?
I do have a TACCOM actually from the Lefty Pass round. It's funny because I own this knife, but I don't have it with me because, like I said, I've got it sent out to some other people. But this is one of their more expensive OTFs. This is the Bulldog. It's an M390 blade.
What's their symbol look like? Because there's two of them that are
Uh,
like identical, and I have OTFs by both of them,
so
but the one,
TACCOM and TAC Knives have a very similar emblem because they're the same company. But that's
oh,
the
that's this
TACCOM
one.
emblem.
I got this one.
Oh yeah, that's the Griffin.
And then I have
No,
another
Chimera.
one.
Chimera. I'm sorry. That's the Chimera.
Yes, this is the Chimera double,
Yep.
well, yeah, double edged in 154.
Yep. They do. They do use 154 CM. They're all Best Tech OEM'd. That's like $150, $160, something like that.
Yeah, I think, yeah, 160, maybe 170. I think. I think it maybe depends
Yeah.
what you get, maybe. But yeah, these are. I had an OTF video done talking about because Tecto is the other company.
Okay. Yeah. Tecto. Yeah.
Tecto.
Yeah.
They sent me. That's the company who makes the A5 Spry. They sent me one of
Yeah.
theirs, man. And that knife, I don't know who OEMs for them, the parts. Um, it could be Best Tech maybe, but those are badass, dude.
Yeah.
Like size wise, milling in the aluminum, uh, cool handles, a little bit different than the next guy. Uh, really solid. Now those ones are more than these guys.
Yeah.
These are Taycoms, right? A
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit
Tecom. Yeah.
more than those guys. But Tecto's got some cool stuff. So there's definitely a couple more affordable than like 310. I think the Tectos are maybe 250 or
Somewhere around
something
in
like
there.
that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Maybe could be a little less.
I can get you a deal on. It's same for you as well as like I can get you a hookup on some TACCOMs if you ever see anything you want. Now I did want to address Wayno. Talked about he's like he doesn't care if it's fancy steels. He just wants one that won't break. Um, Honestly, I've never had an issue with my TACCOM knives. Um, I've had issues with other higher end knives. I don't want to name names, um, but I have had issues with other makers where their knives need more work to more maintenance or whatever. But OTFs in general are not made to be. They're not hard use knives. They're just not. It doesn't matter what company it is, what brand it is, who makes it, whatever. It does not matter. They're not hard use knives. You can get junk down in there, and it can cause them to fail and whatnot. Now that being said, for general everyday carry use, I've never had one of my TACCOMs fail at all, ever, not once. Um, I've had my Vigor. I think the Vigor was the first one I bought with them. I've had it for over 2 years, and I've carried it more than any other OTF I have, and I've never had a problem with it. If you want to go higher end, the Hogue is really nice, but yeah, for budget OTFs, um, yeah, they're great. You can't go wrong there.
I'll tell you, Schrade sent me one of their new budget OTFs, I guess you could say.
I haven't seen those
Um,
yet.
they're called their budget ended. The Uproar. They're D2 and aluminum. Full retail, I think they're 99, and then or wait, what would that be? Full MSRP, I think they're
Yeah,
99,
MSRP is like 99.
that's if you go get it from Schrade, right? If you go to I think I saw Knife Center and a few other places, they're down around like 80, 85. And I've seen one person, I only saw two other people get them, aside from me. One
It's
person
got some
really
good
liked
lines on
them.
it.
and one person didn't like them so much. I fall more in line with I like them.
Yeah. It looks like
With a
it
few,
looks like it looks like it would be pretty decent, and the price is right because if it's 99 MSRP, you're probably street prices in the $75 range.
yeah, I think I want to say I did like a one quick look, and I thought I saw Knife Center had them like around that 80-ish
Oh,
mark,
okay, still not bad.
and then somebody else I think had them right around 80. So between 75 and 85, I think is probably what they're going to retail for. If they my the there's two things. Even if they kept the D2 and the price at 80, I would like some more blade shapes. They only offer that. It's more of a drop point
Hmm.
disguised as a dagger. That's
Yeah,
the other one.
the
Wrong
tech
one.
I think. Yeah.
No, that was the other. That was the counterpart to this one. They sent
Oh,
me
okay.
two. That's the
Gotcha,
uh
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, yeah,
tactical version, but like this one up here, it's disguised to be a dagger. Now this one is a dagger with double
yeah.
serration,
Double edged.
but this one
Yeah, I
is
don't know
just
how I feel about that.
it's basically a drop point disguised as a dagger, but if they
Yeah.
came back with a Tanto, a redesigned drop point with more of a straighter uh back until it gets to, basically a little bit more stout till it gets to the tip, or like a sheep's foot. And
Hmm.
even if they did D2, um, at $80, I'm still raving about it in a sense. There's that would be one tweak. I wish they would have had more blade shapes ready to go. And then a little bit of over branding, which Schrade is sometimes
Yeah.
known to do.
Oh
But
yeah, 100%.
those are the two things that, and one has nothing, that's just an aesthetic type thing. But other than that, I think it's a really solid option for someone who don't want to spend more than $100 because there ain't many options out there
Yeah.
realistically under $150. Um, I know there's a one or two maybe, but if that's going to be pretty solid. At least that I'm aware of. There isn't many.
Yeah. Wayno, yeah, the Chimera is definitely a good one. I have that exact one that you're looking at, the two-tone Warncliffe. Um, you would be extremely happy with that. I have no questions about it. Somebody talked about the Livewire. Livewire is a fantastic OTF, especially considering the price tag, and that is USA made. Um, but Wayne, I don't know if you have Instagram or not. I'm not sure if you're on there or whatever. Hit me up. And the only reason I'm telling people this is because I have an actual. You have to go to a different website to use coupon codes with TACCOM, but I can get people to that. It's just it's kind of convoluted, but whatever reason, if you try to share the website, it like automatically deletes your comment. It's stupid. I've tried doing it through like private messages on Facebook and stuff like that. It doesn't allow the link to go through. It's really, I don't know why, but it's really freaking weird.
Huh.
I mean, I guess I could talk to you about it here. Basically, what you do is you go through the parent company for TACCOM, which is TAC Knives. Um, it's where they have their kind of open source cheap OTFs, but they have a link there where on TAC Knives where you can look at all of the TACCOM knives, and that's where you want to buy it through because you can use their discount code and you can get like 20% off if you go that route.
Hmm. TKE's in here. PNW is in here. TKE coming in with 5 months. Holy smokes, man.
Dang, I missed that.
We're almost in the third trimester. That's funny as hell. Is Maxi still making the Neptune? I believe that's the new one that they came out with, isn't it? that new OTF they put out?
Yeah.
I heard that one's really solid too. Autumn Wind, what's up, buddy? Member of the G Ballers. How's the action on what? Which was you talking about? Can't touch this karate boy. They apparently start at around 170. I think that's the he's talking about the Tacom. I think the
Yeah.
Chimera is the 171.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all in the one that they have one that's super cheap. But I'm telling you, if you want one that's fidgety, the Stubby is so good. But I think it's the Hornets or Stinger. They have a really small one that's like $80, which is really nice. I'm gonna try to, Greg. I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna try to send you this link. Hopefully it works through Instagram. That way you can share it because you can use code WELCOME20 and get 20% off if you go through this link. I don't get anything for this. It just saves y'all a shit ton of money if anybody wants to, you get them. But let's see.
Heretic's a company I wanted to try, or I want to try. I haven't got none from. TKE said he got something from there. Kershaw's new OTFs are badass. I've heard that from everyone who's tried them. One Moon, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Member of the G Ballers.
Yeah, it won't.
Yeah, I mean Kershaw though, Todd. I guess for you, it's an awesome deal. It might be out of the person's price range, but $200 for USA made OTF Magna Cut, that's a solid price. And I could even see if it's between spending 170 or waiting an extra week or two to get the Kershaw. I haven't handled that one, but I can only assume.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The Kershaw, the live wire is a fantastic blade, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts
Yeah,
about it. If you're okay with saving the extra $50 or whatever it is, $50 to $60, definitely, it's worth it. The biggest thing, like I said, the biggest thing with the TACCOM stuff is you can get 20% off on it. So
right. Yeah,
instead of 170 or 180, it's going to be considerably less than that. But it just depends on what you want to do. I mean, USA made Magna Cut, it's kind of hard to beat.
yeah. So I guess actually, so what does that take it down to then? If you were to get like the 171, what's that take that down to? It might
Um,
almost be worth going with the if you're just looking to experience an OTF and a good
that's kind of my, and it's a really good one too.
yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
this is
I'm gonna put
solid.
a thing in the chat. Can you make me a mod real quick? I'm gonna see if I can share this because it won't let me share it through IG.
Oh yeah, write a little comment in there. TKE coming in with the $2 G baller holler. Baby, make Gweg great again. Smash the thumbs up. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it, my man. Good to see you, dude. Da da. There. It should be rolling now. Should
Let's
be
see.
good. Uh, 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 uh. If
There
you
we go.
want, like, I wouldn't go with this one. If you want, at least this blade shape. This OTF is badass, but I wouldn't go with this blade shape unless you strictly want it for poking and stabbing stuff. Like this is gonna be your ninja knife.
Yeah, they
The
make
dagger blade.
a Warncliffe blade that is
Yeah,
thick, and it
yeah, I'd
is
go with that.
phenomenal. They offer that Warncliffe blade on everything, just about everything. But yeah, I put the link worked in chat, so that is the link directly to the TACCOM stuff on TAC Knives website. And then the code you use is welcome20. I put that in the chat as well. And that'll get you 20% off. If if for some reason that code doesn't work, somebody just let me know. If anybody, whoever buys something, just let me know. I'll figure out what the new code is. But yeah,
See,
that code should work for 20% off.
that's the thing, though, and it's one thing I always say about what's up, Jim? Good to see you, brother. Member of the G Ballers. What do you think? It should be one that keeps your knives well maintained. Cause I saw visibility. Um, so I don't. That's where I think keeping things in perspective is a huge deal. You know, if you're
Yeah.
trying to be reasonable. Um, although OTFs can be used as an EDC knife and can be used as a work knife, I think they're first and foremost designed to be more of a self-defense thing, like poking or slashing and you know what I mean, that type of thing. Um, so they weren't really designed, I don't think, around being like a good work knife or as we talked about earlier, a good slicer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
so
with you. I think their primary thing was to be extremely easily accessible one-handed, where there's no,
right,
you don't have to worry
right.
about anything, no lock, no anything like that. You can easily actuate it one hand, um, and those are, I think that was where it was originally, came through at.
What is that code for? It's for the website, the one I had selected there, right up
Yeah.
above your comment for the OTFs. For any of them, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, it'll
Or
work
is
on
I
any
don't know.
it'll work on any it'll work on anything on their website, but those TACCOMs are the ones you want to look at. Those are the ones that is their best tech OEM'd knife. That is any of the TACCOM brand stuff is where it's at. They're all either the cheaper ones are 154. Now you can get the like I said, the stubby is one that is one of my favorites. It's a smaller, chunky little guy, but it freaking works like a charm. The Vigor V2 is a great one. The Chimera is really awesome. Um, and then they have one that has the side button, the button that's on the faceplate that works really well. I can't think of the name of it off the hand. Um, but those are really nice. Um, Best Tech really being the best. um,
Hey, guys, just real quick, if you are a member, new or old or indifferent, go leave a comment on that video because that's where we're gonna draw the two giveaways from. And I'm not doing because it's a pain in the ass to try to switch the settings back and forth and get it to work properly on the website without updating it and restarting it. It's a huge pain in the ass. So once I say I'm going, I'm going. So put the comment in. I don't know what to tell you. I'll wait a minute if somebody says, "Hey, I just got in here," whatever. But get them in there now. So once we go, we go. Okay.
yeah,
It's just a pain in the ass because you got to go into
yeah,
the YouTube studio. You got to change the setting around. Then you got to re-update the website. Or actually, you got to, if somebody comes in and puts a new comment in, even one, you got to update studio, change the setting back, recopy the URL, uh, refresh the comment picker website. And it's a huge pain in the ass.
it's
They
a
don't
pain
make it
in the
real
sack for
easy.
sure.
Yeah.
Mark Park says it looks like he said the code works and it would drop those 180 or 179 down to 146.
Oh, I'd go with this all day then.
Yeah.
Before I spent the 200. If I'm just trying to get a good, cool OTF made well in good materials, I'd get this for under 150 all day before I spent the 200.
Yeah.
And you're still getting 154. You're going to get aluminum like on what 100% of most of
Yeah,
the other OTFs.
they're all and it's like I said, it's all best tech stuff, so it's all good stuff. And I don't recommend anything that I don't personally stand behind. And that's just the way I am. I can guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, you'll be happy with your knife. Um, Shane, and
Yeah.
for whatever reason, if something is fucked up or something does happen, Shane is fantastic to work with. Like I said, I know the guy personally, and he's a great dude. So, um, yeah, I don't shield for anything that I don't 100% stand behind, and TACCOM is one of those things. So,
Yeah, it's really solid. The clip's good, the ergos. Like I said, unless you're just getting this strictly for the pokey poke or the slashy slash, then I'd get like the sheep's foot or the tanto or the drop point. But this one's badass for one specific thing. And I bought this off Kev. I offered him like $100 or something because I wanted to check it out, try another company's OTF, that sort of thing. I think I offered him like $100 for it or something, and he sold it to me. Uh, but yeah, it's really solid. I really like this one if you're looking for a affordable OTF that's over like 140, 150, you know. If you're looking for something under like 100, like I said, so far that Schrade is would be probably my pick.
yeah, that trade is pretty. It seemed to be pretty nice. What's up, King Snake, man? Good to see you, buddy.
Oh shit, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Where's he at?
What's
Oh,
the
there he is. I
steel
see him.
on? I'm guessing you're talking about the Chimera. It's 154 cm.
Yeah. Yeah. All day. All
Yeah,
day.
all of TACCOM
Where?
stuff will either be 154 cm, M390, or MagnaCut. They do offer um the Vigor V2. They offer it in Magna. Or no, sorry, the Barracuda. They offer the Barracuda in MagnaCut now, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean LCAP makes a pretty good point. Um King Snake Jake, there's a code at the top of the comment thing. Right here's another one. Just go leave a comment on that video. But LCAP makes a pretty good point. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
I can't speak on I can't speak for on it for sure. But I don't think I think Tecto, Tacom, um, certainly if you bought something from like EMP EDC, as far as one of his OTFs or any of his knives are concerned, uh, I think they would take care of you. It'd just be a matter of you.
I can speak 100%
Yeah,
for EMP and TACCOM. I don't know anything about any of the other ones, but I know John personally with EMP, fantastic dude. I know he would
yeah,
take care of you. Same
yeah,
thing with TACCOM. As far as that goes, I mean, either way it goes, you're going to potentially need to send a knife in to the
yeah,
manufacturer or to the company. Um, Shane's based out of Florida, so you're not sending the knife to China. You'd be sending it to Florida. Same thing with John's stuff. I'm sure it goes to him. Um,
hmm
and don't get me
yeah,
wrong. If someone was asking me what's the you know a great OTF for someone who's already knows they love OTFs, between the two, yeah, I mean, paying the $200 and getting the live wire for sure. But if you don't know if you're even going to be into an OTF or want to carry one, why not save the extra 50, $60, get one that that I can personally guarantee is going to be a good knife. But, if you don't like it, you're not out that extra $50 and you can turn around and sell. um, you could actually, with you getting the 20% off, you could probably sell as long as it's, like new or whatever, sell it on the secondary and maybe only lose a couple of dollars. Versus the, live wires on the secondary market are going for 150, $160. So it just, you're losing a lot of money there. But yes, long story short, yeah, the live wire is a fantastic USA made MagnaCut OTF. No questions asked about that.
Schrade OTF. No, this is out. So Schrade has Delta, Beta, and Alpha classes. this is out of their beta class. So it's made with foreign and domestic parts. Parts are shipped here and then assembled here.
Yeah.
So
So the
that's how they're able
blade,
to get the cost down.
yeah, blades and body, and I think maybe the internals are imported, and then like they use screw and pocket clip and so on and so forth here in the U.S. stuff, to where they can do it like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I
Strange
get
USA
comments
stuff
all the
is nice
time.
though.
Yeah, I have a couple, or I think I might have every single one of their. I have a pretty good relationship with Schrade, actually.
That's awesome.
And I'm rooting for them. Uh,
Yeah,
I want them to, some people are dickheads and whatnot, in other words, but if you're rooting against them, you're just an arrogant prick or something's wrong with you. I think. I don't
yeah,
know. I don't want to. I
you're
guess
part
I
of the
don't want to say
problem.
that, but I think we should be rooting
I'll
for
Yeah,
you know,
as a guest on your channel, I will not apologize for the fact that if you're rooting against a company that's trying to make themselves better and they're trying to bring stuff back to the U.S. and they're trying to do things a different way, I don't care if it's U.S. or China. If they're trying to improve and you're rooting against them, you're a piece of shit.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and
that's
that's
just
one thing.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's one thing, and it's not. I don't think it's more the multiple changes in ownership, at least for Schrade's circumstance. Uh, they've had multiple owners and whatnot over the last couple of years, and I think one or two of them owners didn't have the best interest for the company, let's just say.
Yeah,
Because there was a time when Schrade was the schnizzle for fixed blades and other knives as well before that, you know,
yeah. Well, I
common.
mean, we talked about it when when you first asked, talking about getting into it. The straight old timer, some of the old USA made trades and stuff. That was some of my first pocket knives ever. And
Yeah.
God, I wish I still had them. But they made once upon a time they made fantastic USA made knives. And even 10 years ago, their imported stuff was still pretty good as far as fixed blades and stuff go. Talking about prepared mind, he absolutely just tortured the shit out of some of the Schrade stuff, and then he broke it in cold weather testing, and because of that, Schrade went back to the drawing board, redid how they were heat treating their knives, and came out with even better stuff. Now, like I said, shortly after that, they had some issues in ownership, and they went into the tank. But now things have changed, and they're trying to dig themselves back out of that hole. And I think the world of that. If you're not willing to throw in the towel and you're going to do the work, hell yeah, I'm behind you.
Yeah, hell yeah. And they've showed me, I hope they continue um re or let I don't know how I want to say it, crafting and continuing with what they have out because they have a couple autos, OTF autos, out the side autos that are pretty damn good. Um, if they continue tweaking them, little things here, little things there. And then same with their manual crossbar knives. They have two of those, and they're really solid. A couple tweaks, and they would be
Mm-hmm.
really badass. And then same with their fixed blade line is really coming around at this point. They're getting those, I think, in shape or in order a little bit quicker. As far as if I don't know, they do some slip joints still, I think. I don't know about those.
Yeah,
I couldn't speak on those, but
yeah, I can't either. I don't know. I don't think they've brought those back to the stateside yet either.
uh but yeah, they have and what's cool is they're offering, if they can get on their game, they're offering USA made stuff. They're offering middle ground Chinese stuff, and then they're also offering ultra budget Chinese stuff. So they're, you
Yeah,
know,
They're
hitting a lot
ultimately
of
they're
areas.
trying what they're trying to get into the same realm as Kershaw. Kershaw has everything from, $10, $15, $20 Uber budget Chinesium stuff all the way up to, their high end stuff that's USA made, the launch series, the live wire, and so on and so forth. So yeah, more power to them, man. I hope they keep doing what they're doing, making changes and listening to the people.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, TKE. And see you, B Shady. Thanks for swinging through, brother. Appreciate it. Wayno, I did mention that Rob's Nerdy Knives selling a live wire for $165. Check out White Mountain Knives, 10%
Yeah.
off. No tax, no shipping. Yes, yeah. Yeah, Wayne. Wayne's a little bit newer. If you haven't been to White Mountain, that's a website to book. And then in your notes on your phone or something, put a couple of content creators codes in there,
Yep.
and you'll have 10% off. Yeah, 10% off and free shipping, no tax on 95% of the stuff you can buy there. There's a few knives and things I think that you can't use the code on, but a majority of the stuff you can use it on. There's a few select things that you can't, but
Yeah.
for the most part, works on everything.
Yeah, check that out. Anthony said that they have brought back their slip joints, as calling it the generational line or generational series. That's pretty cool. I'll have to look into that. I've started getting into the slip joints a little more here lately, so that would be pretty interesting to get into.
Yeah, I
Hopefully,
have a
they're
bunch.
doing something a little different.
Well, I don't know about a bunch, I guess, but ever since I got this,
Oh,
and I have a couple Jack Wolf slip joints, and I have a
that's the doctor one,
couple.
ain't it?
Yeah, the feel good, I think
Yeah,
it
feel
is.
good. I love that knife.
The low drag is amazing as well. Um, I've handled a couple of them, and I have a couple, and then I have a couple of the traditional pocket knives. I have two of those. The first one and the second one he did. A couple penguins or hedgehogs. I think I sold one. I still have the titanium one and M390, but I have some good ones. I'm forcing myself to carry them more, but this one, man, I
Yeah,
just love this damn thing. It's lightweight, pokey, slicey, comfortable, cool as hell looking. It's got that nice long pull.
yeah,
But yeah, that's probably I'm trying to force myself into carrying them more. It's just about throwing the damn slip down in your pocket.
yeah.
I struggle to do it some days.
So I'll tell you, going
I
on
don't.
to talking about the slip joint rabbit hole. I've done a couple videos on Beg's new slip joints, Beg knives. I think they
Mm,
make, and I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I've already been roasted for it on Facebook, but I think Beg right now makes probably the best looking production slip joint. And I'm not saying the best, I'm saying the best looking, because I mean Jackknife is really nice. And Lion Steel, have you seen, speaking of, sorry, I'm gonna roll off the rails here while I'm thinking about it. Lion Steel makes a line of slip joints that use ram's horn or micarta or carbon fiber, and they're M390 made in Italy, and they're like $150.
oh, I haven't seen those actually.
Smoky Mountain has them, and they are
Ah, yeah.
fucking gorgeous. They have or they have a sheep's foot, and they have a clip point in all of their models. Man, they're gorgeous. Anyway, but I think the lines on this blade right here is
Oh
just
yeah, that's
phenomenal.
sick.
So it's got like it's a recurve harpoon. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to where it can actually see it. But
Oh yeah, I see it. Yep.
so, and then the handle shape is just excellent. Like, I think that is the sexiest freaking slip joint on the market right now. Just with the lines that it's got, and it's not like a traditional shape. Um,
Yeah, it's
but
more
these
of a
things are
modern.
phenomenal. Yeah, 14C. Yeah, and see the cool thing too is they're not like a modern slip joint, even though it's a more modern look. There is still pin construction, so there's no screws or anything like that. But these are
Yeah,
14C.
they really went modern, kind of inverse of what
Yeah,
some do. Some do it looks real traditional, but it's got really modern materials. They went the opposite with it and went, you know, a more
traditional
modern.
manufacturing, but yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Or they kind of split it a little bit. But yeah, that's cool. I'll have to. That was through who? And then you said
Those
it
are
was.
Beg knives. Beg that's the
Oh, okay.
BG 038, I think is the but you can get them pretty much anywhere. I got these from Smoky Mountain. I always try to help out my guys at Smoky Mountain any chance I get. Um, but they're $50, give or take a dollar or two. 14C 28N, G10 stainless. You know, kind of hard to beat. Yeah, yeah, Beach Shady. They are. That's big. I've got the Hawkbill. I've got the Bullet Train, which is like a almost like a Sax model. Because they got some really wicked stuff on there for sure. And then
Uh, yeah, Chris, I agree, dude. I would never. Gabe, I have a bear. I have one of those too. They're good. They're cool. And they're really nice looking. It depends on what you want. If you want it, if you want like extremely good walk and talk, probably wouldn't recommend that one. You would have to be okay with it being just okay. It's not gonna have walk and talk like a Jack Wolf, an Ohio River Jack, a Hedgehog, even a Rosecraft, which I have one right here. I have a couple right here, but even the bear won't have as quite as good of walk and talk as something like this even does, which Rosecraft does really well with their builds. I wish they would change their steel or offer another one, but they do a really good job on their slip joints too. I know a lot of people aren't much into them. A lot more people are
yeah,
getting into them now though, but I
you
know
know,
some people don't like them.
talking about getting into them. If you're on the fence about looking at slip joints or whatever, Rough Rider is a good place to start if you're considering that. Their reserve line, and then even some of their other lines. So I've actually got one right here. This is the APTA. I
Oh
think
yeah,
this
I
is
got that.
probably one of the best budget
It
slip
is.
joints you can get. And I mean, I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear it, but
Yeah. Amazing.
really good walk. And this is a $20 knife. It's VG10 steel, so it's a good steel.
Yeah.
And you can't. I mean, I think for the price you can't beat them. But then, like I said, the reserve line, I put that right up there. Oh, here you go. Yeah, I put the reserve line right up there with any of the stuff from Rosecraft or any of those guys because it's the same
Agreed.
materials, but I don't have.
Oh,
Actually, I might
for
have.
sure.
Hold on, I do have one of their reserve line here, so I can show it to somebody. Because if you're
I
not
would
familiar with
take,
the stuff,
yeah, I'd take that over the Rosecrafts based on the build and the materials. That
yeah,
APTA. If you were talking about, I've handled some Rough Riders that are kind of rough. Typically, they're pretty good. And then I've had some that are one or two that are really damn good. And I'm sure there's more, but yeah, the
it's
APTA is amazing.
it's all about with the Rough Rider stuff. It's all about um, which line you get into. So they have various different lines. So they're $10 slip joints sometimes aren't the best. But like if you go into their ones that are in that price range of what you're getting with some of the other manufacturers, you can really get some solid stuff. So this is a $45 knife, I think. D2 micarta. It's polished micarta, and this is called the Patriarch. So it's like a half hawk. But I mean, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it, but like it's the fit and finish on this thing is insane. And this is one of their reserve lines. But and solid walk and talk, just that's a 40, like I said, 40 couple dollar knife, I think.
Right, right. Oh yeah, Todd, I saw that. Austin was saying last night, I forget whose live he was on, or it was the other night, or no, it was Javon's, I think. Anyway, he said
I heard about that too. Yeah, I'm really interested in those.
hell yes, dude, for around $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Manly. I don't think I've heard of them. Manly. But yeah, the bear's cool. Just depends on what you're looking for. But yeah, I mean, I can snag it. But yeah, it's a solid, it's a modern knife more than it is a traditional. You know, it's has no traditional aspects to it other than it's just a slip joint. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like a typical slip joint. It doesn't, as far as the action, it doesn't feel like a typical traditional slip joint. Doesn't look like one. The ergonomics don't feel like one. You know, it's a different animal, is
Yeah.
what it is. Ant
Jim,
said,
that split joint is the APTA, APTA. They have like 15 or 20 different variants of it. They have different blade shapes. They have, so this is the Warncliffe one. They have a chisel one. They have all kinds. They have them in brass, titanium, micarta, aluminum, and they're all in that $20-ish range.
I I think I might be wrong, but I think the G10 one is like 25. And then there's the micarta one, which you have and I have. I think those are like in the 30s for the micarta. And then they have what's the next one up? Is it, there's
I'm
another
pulling it
one
up
up
right now.
above that. I think it's carbon fiber maybe, or something else, but all them inlays are interchangeable. You can put the micarta on the G10. They're all the same. Because I thought about buying all three blade shapes at
Mm-hmm.
one point. Because to get all three, you was still like at $100, and I thought to myself, to get all three for right around $100, three different blade shapes, and if they're all built like the one I had, that's like a no-brainer. If you're trying to get a small little slip joint collection going or something of decent
Yeah.
quality, they would be three really good options.
Ooh, Manly
What's out
Wasp
there?
for the S90V and G10, $67. Dang. So there's the link for the APTA. Right now, the most expensive APTA, and this, I mean, I'm sure, and this is actually in general, the most expensive one is $35, and that's the titanium one. And then
There
they
you
have a
go.
shipwrecked copper one that's $35. The red aluminum is on sale right now for $15. But all the other ones are $20 in that $20 range. The micarta one, exactly like what I have, is on sale for $20.
Damn, that's a good deal.
The copper ones are all $20, $21. So, unless you want titanium, you're looking at $20 basically. But yeah, the I like the Warncliffe one just because of that tip. But I'm going back and looking at that Manly. I'm gonna pull that up. I've
Wayne
not even
said
heard of that knife before.
he can't decide. Oh, guys, I'm 7 minutes late. Make sure your comments are in. In 3 minutes, we'll draw the first winner of the Tucson and the other knife. Um, Wayne can't decide between the Barracuda and Magnicut or the Chimera for 147.
So the Barracuda is one of my favorite ones that he does. It was either that the Barracuda or the Vigor was the first one I bought from Tatcom, so I can't remember which one was which, but the Barracuda is fantastic. Again, my opinion is, especially for you, because you were looking at your first OTF. If you're wanting to spend that kind of money and go to the MagnaCut realm, you may want to go ahead and go. I'm not going to tell you not to get the live wire at that same similar price tag, because you're getting the same materials. As much as I love Shane, I mean, I'm not going to argue that fact. Um, do I think the Kershaw Livewire is built better? No, I don't. Honestly, and that's just flat out honest opinion. Honestly, I think the MagnaCut from Best Tech will be better than the MagnaCut from Kershaw. Could be an unpopular opinion, but if you want a USA made one, I think the Livewire is where it's at. But if you're trying to just get the cheapest knife, you will be 100% happy with the Chimera. No questions asked. I'm sure that didn't help you at all, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll leave it up to you because it would seriously be just depend on what you want to do. If you really want to save the coin, then if you're not worried about it, then spend the 220 on the live wire if you're not really worried
Exactly.
about it. But if you are worried about it but you want something good still, but you're worried about it, then just get the Chimera because it's sweet. So
Yeah, Wayne, go with the Chimera, man. You the way you were talking about it earlier, you're talking about it was making things tingle. So go that route, man. That one definitely seemed to have your eye much better. So I don't think you're going to be disappointed with whatever route you take.
Yeah, I agree. Manly Wasp, S90B, G10, $67. Oh, that's what you're just talking about.
Yeah, it's not a
Isn't
bad look.
there?
It's
All right, well, we'll go look at that in a minute. Let's draw one of the giveaways. We'll look at that in a minute. Gray Sean said 154 CM is a good mid-tier steel. Yeah, Wayne. I mean, it's a rounded good steel. It's not ultra tough. Doesn't have like the most insane edge retention. It's pretty good. It's pretty tough. Does have good corrosion resistance. Pretty good.
yeah.
It's a good steel, and it's a good EDC steel. It's easy to maintain, and it's affordable.
Yeah, I mean
So,
Kaiser. I mean, it's what put Kaiser on the map. They're 154. I mean,
yeah. I'm pretty sure APTA is the line and not the name. Oh, I always just called it the APTA too. I could be
yeah.
wrong. I don't know what
Well, I
the
mean,
name is then.
no, I think it is the APTA because that's the only thing they call it. It doesn't have it has a model number, but it's Rough Rider APTA modern slip joint. That's
Yeah, I think Kershaw has redone their. I think they've even poked their Magna Cut live, and it came
yeah.
back like good. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
think so. If that's a worry, but yeah, I would. Yeah, it depends on your situation for sure.
Yeah, to be clear, I wasn't saying that Kershaw's Magna Cut would be trash, but I was saying that Best Tech's been rocking it for a while. You going to bed? Yeah. All right, good night, buddy.
Oh, is
I
he
think.
still enjoying his big old
Oh yeah,
Fenrir? Was
the
it
Fenris.
Fenrir?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Fenris.
Fenris. That's
Yeah,
right. That thing's
yeah. He's
sweet, dude.
yeah. That's my Sasquatch back here.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember pissing around with the knife at you guys took it to the dinner, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
The Kaiser dinner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's proud of that thing, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, that thing's cool. That's definitely a cool knife and a memorable knife and time. So yeah, that'll
Oh,
be
for
one to
sure,
keep
for
for
sure.
forever for sure.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's his fifth pocket carry.
Knock it off.
Uh,
That's funny. Wait a minute. I wanted to read that. Sure, I take any 1095. I take any steel over 1095 in a slip joint. I have a rose crash blade beer again. D2, and I use it around the house and love it. So you take any steel over 1095 in a slip joint, but not in a fixed blade, though, is what you're saying. 154 cm is a stainless upgrade over 440. Has better edge retention.
Yeah, so 154 is more stainless than 440. Has much better edge retention. About the same toughness, but has better edge retention, just under S30V. Yeah, there was a whole deep dive that what's his name did on the 154 because everybody's using it, and it's like I said, I enjoy 154 because I sharpen my own knives, and you know, I mean, I don't have a problem sharpening F90, but it's not something I want to do all the time.
Right. All right, King Snake. Later, brother. Have a safe trip home, man.
Congratulations on the new knife, Wayno.
Just go to the video, Wayne, and just see if you commented on it. Your comment will be one of the first ones, most likely. Yeah, we'll do that. Let me get that pulled up. Hit me up if you want to borrow that heretic. Oh, all right, we'll talk, dude. Yeah, maybe we could probably do something like that. Yeah. I'm not huge on getting loaners much. But I do make exceptions occasionally. So yeah. Maybe I'll take you up on that, dude. I won't mind scoping one out. I had to be in the first Blade show. I was pretty level-headed, I think, for it being my first show, and didn't get too overwhelmed and got to see quite a bit. But one thing I didn't get to do was go around and handle a ton of stuff. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
got to go around and look and talk to a bunch of people, and I didn't get stuck in, places for too long. I was able to move about and keep moving and stuff, and take it all in, quite a bit of all of it in, but I didn't go around and handle a bunch of stuff from companies. That wasn't something I was thinking about for some reason.
Experience Precision, they were talking about 154 CM, and they weren't saying that it's just barely better than 440 in general. They're saying it's more stainless than 440. 440 is an excellent. 440 has amazing corrosion resistance, so they were saying that it's better than 440 as a stainless. You know, its stainless qualities are better. Not that it's comparable to 440.
What's up, EP?
It looks like
I didn't
Betty's
even see
taking
him.
off.
See you, Betty. Thanks for swinging through. Let me bring that up. So this will be for the Tucson and the little lockback.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh, I'm not even up on the screen anymore here. Here, let me just do this real.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, make me small. Tired of looking at my face.
Tucson. Whoever wins, I'll let you pick out a new Hank from Issuing Stitches. And then this little backlock. This is a cool little inexpensive backlock right here. Nice little
I
pokey
love wood
blade.
scales on old school knives like that.
It's really lightweight. It's got good backlock action. You know what I mean? It feels good. Nice strong spring. Nice little short pull. It's and it's really inexpensive, under $20 or something. You know what I mean? So that one, and then a hat, couple stickers, blah blah blah. There we go. So that's the deal with this one, and then we'll draw for the pouch and the 3 knives in there, the patch, all that bull crap. That says 3 things. There we go. I'm figuring it out. See?
Hey,
Okay.
don't worry, Ron.
Dude,
I'm sure we'll get off those topics here before too long.
I'm technologically illiterate.
That's
Okay.
okay. I am too.
I've gotten I used to be real into it, like when I was in high school and just got out of high school, but as time went on, I was like, you know,
Yeah.
but I shouldn't have done that. I should have stuck with it.
Stayed in it. Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, because getting back into it and needing to, you know, be decent at it or good at it, for YouTube type stuff and whatnot, you need it. So,
Yeah, it would have definitely helped. It would have definitely helped you in your current path here.
right. So learning on the fly. Boy, I still don't like the way that one looks. Where's the other one? That looks cleaner. Okay. We'll go with that one. And this is for the Tucson. Good luck, everybody. It's a 37-second spin. Good old 37.
Heck
And here
yeah.
we go. Good luck. And I got some Hanks. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Illuminati!
Hell yeah.
No way! Sweet, dude. He was just in here. I think he's in here. He was. Congratulations, brother. It's a members giveaway EP. That was for the Tucson and the backlock. Bluminati is
Couldn't
the
go to a
lucky
better person.
feller. Agreed, yeah. He's a huge supporter of me and the channel for sure. He's always
We
here.
have some fantastic people in the community. Like, I mean, really good freaking people in this community. And Bluminati stands out amongst all the really good people. So, I mean, that just screams about how awesome he is as a person. When you stand out in a crowd of awesome people, you're incredible. And Bloom's one of those.
Smack him with the G balls. There he is. Congratulations, buddy. That was for the Tucson. Oh, and you get to pick a Hank out. So I got Star Wars. Let me make myself big. We'll draw the second one here, guys, in a little bit.
I'll be right back. I'm
Star
gonna run the
Wars.
restroom.
Yep. These are medium sized. Donald, what's up, man? Member of the G Ballers is here. Chinese takeout, medium. I think they're all medium. Or no, wait, no, they're not. This is a mini. This is kind of like dinosaur topographic deal. There's a Casino Hank. A little just patterned Hank. American flag Hank. Donuts. Camera. Science. Skull and roses. Your choice, buddy. See something you like. EP becoming a G-baller, baby. Welcome, brother. Yeah, go comment on the video, man. We're going to be drawing for, last call for members who want to leave a comment or anyone who wants to become a member and leave a comment like EP just did here. This pouch, brand new Schrade little cutter deal, brand new off-grid Stinger EDC, or no, it's just Stinger. Not, I keep putting EDC, it's just Stinger. Patch, stickers of mine and others, and then another knife, just a flipper Tanto deal. So that'll be the third one. I might throw some other crap in there before it ships. Definitely more stickers, but maybe some other crap as well. Wayne coming in with the $5 G-baller holler. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. That's awesome of you. Really appreciate that, buddy. Thank you all so much for the help. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, absolutely. That's what we're here for, man. I seen a comment where Bluminati said I ain't nobody special. I'm gonna say bullshit. Just a
see you
dude playing a
said,
dude pretending to be another dude.
oh, you're awesome, dude. You're awesome, brother. So you want to go with the Star Wars, man?
That's
Medium
sick, man.
sized? Yeah, this thing's sweet, and it's got the black microfiber with the orange stitching. So yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
if anybody needs a Hank, like you want to buy one, Issuing Stitches is an awesome. He does awesome prints, all kinds of prints, small, medium, large Hanks, um, different colored microfibers, and they're all. I think every Hank he has is under 20, and maybe even under like 17. And then he's got some down around like 10, $12. So he's got good stuff for good price. Good dude too. He's from Pennsylvania.
I don't know if I trust somebody from PA. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing, I guess. Philadelphia is here after all.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Okay.
Jim.
Yeah, Jim's in PA. There's a couple PA people that roam around in here. Jim,
For sure.
definitely. He's not far at all. Pocket Theory, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. He's not far
Hey,
from
what's
me.
up, Suds? I'll tell you,
Yeah,
if you
what's up?
guys don't already subscribe to Suds at Pocket Theory, y'all need to. I'm gonna try to put his link in here. Sorry to Bogart a little bit, but
Oh yeah,
Pocket
go
Theory
ahead.
is horrendously underrated. I'm talking like bad underrated. His videos so far are freaking stellar. They're hilarious. Suds is just an awesome human being in general too. But I think I don't know how many subscribers he has, but it's in the hundreds and it should be in the thousands. The dude is freaking awesome, man. So if y'all aren't subscribed to him, you need to do so. I'm gonna try, like I said, I'm gonna try to get his whatchamacallit up here, but it may take me a minute because I'm technically challenged and I have a old ass computer that doesn't work.
Yeah, get him. Anybody, yeah, your link. Mods can throw B's link in here, TKE's link, Pocket Theory's link, and sometimes I forget to mention that crap. But anybody who has a channel You guys can link as many channels as you guys want, the mods that are in here.
Thank you, LCap. Thank you, Blue. Yeah, you guys, I'm serious. Definitely. I mean, not to say that a lot of the other guys in here don't have great channels. They do. Everybody in here has great channels, but I don't know if Pocket Theory is getting freaking shadow banned or what, but like his channel should be. And I mean, he hasn't been doing it for an extremely long time or anything, but his videos are freaking phenomenal, man. The editing he does and just his energy in his videos is it's infectious. It's really awesome to watch. I think he just did one on his on one of his pouches, his hip pouch that he does, and it's ingenious his idea that he did with it. So really great content, man, for sure.
I'll have to check it out. How long's he been at it?
I, so that's how long you been. How long has your channel been? Like, how long have you been committed with your channel? I know you've had a channel for a while, but it's only been a couple of months. I want to say that I know he's been doing regular content.
Yeah, I will have to say, so the way I've noticed it is when you first start a channel, you can make kind of a decent splash by getting your channel pushed out there. You might have a few early videos that do well, but you're
Yeah.
usually going to tail off. And the tail off is most likely going to be at minimum, you know, 6 months. And that's if you're extremely lucky. It took probably me releasing videos every single day. There's a reason I have like 2,500 uploads in a year and a half because I release a lot of videos. But it took me releasing every day for damn near a year before I even started to see any. I was getting subscribers, but true involvement in the channel, like
Yeah.
through long form videos. It took over a year to
Yeah.
see any like real. So, and I'm not comparing my content to his, but there's probably going to be a period where the algorithm is still trying to figure out where to put him, in front of
Oh,
who.
for sure.
But once it figures that out, you know, that's why they say nowadays it didn't used to be like this. You could do a bunch of different crap on your channel and it didn't really matter. But that's why they say nowadays stick with like one thing for a while.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see like knives, for instance. There's a whole world around knives that's tightly woven, but the evidence is in the analytics. If you're a knife channel and you make a video on a pouch or a flashlight or a hank or freaking whatever, unless you have a massive following, and even those channels with massive followings are going to see less views on their not so normal stuff,
Yeah.
but
100%.
because the algorithm is a goofy ass thing that is not understandable. You know what I mean? It's ever changing and it's weird as hell to try to even begin to understand it. But anyway, it might take some time for him to get picked up and spit out there. But once he does, you know, you just keep at it and you'll see the you'll see the growth.
Yeah, that's one of the things I think I may have talked to him about when we sat and talked at Blade Show a little bit. But that was one of the things, like, if you're really wanting to see the growth and really wanting to see stuff, you're gonna get some discouragement. It's gonna feel like you're hitting a wall at some point, and you just got to keep pushing through. I mean, I haven't been around doing it forever, and I don't have a ton of subs. I mean, I'm just barely cracked 1,000, but I've got almost 400 videos out, I think, at this time, and um, I, for the first 6 or 8 months, I was low hundreds, and then I don't even remember where the breaking point was, but like in January or February, it really started to take off, And since I think in January, January 1, I had like 300 subs, and then that was at a little over 6 months of doing this, and then I gained I got to almost 1,000 subscribers before Blacho, Texas, and I was at 300 in January. So I mean, it took off like crazy. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
Experience
that's
Precision's
awesome.
another good channel for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there's his link. I was gonna say, yeah, we can put his link in here. Okay. So we'll go ahead. Uh we'll go ahead and do the giveaway, and then we'll start to wrap it up a little bit here.
For sure.
I'm an original metalhead. Blah 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 blah. Changing. Black Sabbath.
Oh, Black
Black
Sabbath.
Sabbath. Yeah, I grew up on that crap. Well, it's not crap, but I grew up on that stuff.
We knew what you were saying.
Okay. Yeah, Ozzy is one of my he's probably my favorite artist, singer ever.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's got a very unique, unmistakable voice when he sings. It's
Yeah.
something else.
He he doesn't even try. It's almost like he don't even try. He's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a huge Ozzy fan. I didn't know him as Black Sabbath, but I listened to it with, my dad did. But I grew up on Ozzy. I think the mid 90s, like early to mid 90s, is when I really started hearing Ozzy and getting into, I think, Bark at the Moon, my brother was playing. And because my brother also listened to Ozzy and them. So between both of them, I heard a whole bunch of stuff, and Ozzy quickly became and stayed, one of my favorite artists ever. All right, we'll roll this bad boy here.
Careful.
Yes, we are. Okay, yeah, I got that. Did I click that?
How do you do it?
Yes. Nothing, you just click a button. You just click a button and let it roll.
Watch the magic happen.
Yeah, you don't gotta do nothing. Yeah, we like 70s in my household, Chris. 70s rock, I mean, I like some 80s. And then I like 90, I like rock and roll stuff pretty much. The early 90s was an awesome time for like
Oh
rock,
God, yeah.
alternative rock. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Who is it? Byron Kennedy.
Hey,
Oh, he was just in
another
here too.
OG.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Is he still here? Yeah, he's still here, I think. You still here, dude? Congratulations, man. That's awesome. You got yourself a nice little patch. Nice little pouch. He said, "Man, G-Ball, this is a heck of a giveaway. Pouch trade, off-grid stinger, and that auto remet. Thanks for the opportunity. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome, man." Oh, there he is. Sweet. Congratulations, bud. Get with me on Instagram or email, whichever. Instagram, gballvision, email, gballvision at outlook.com.
I want to come.
Awesome, man. Congratulations, buddy.
Huge congrats. Speaking of congratulations, I want to give another shout out to PNW. I don't know if you guys are aware, but PNW was recently took up a spot at the roundtable, the EDC roundtable. So um, he'll now be having some of his products on the EDC roundtable. So another awesome member of the community and having some awesome stuff happen to him. So congratulations to PNW for that.
Yeah, I wanted to get one of his. He does the pencils, right? Or
Yeah,
the
the
pens.
hand card pens and stuff, and he started doing resin and mica pens as well. So those look sick too. Yeah, he's
I've wanted
it's good stuff.
I've wanted to. I always see them on Big Reds, and I've wanted to get my hands on one to check it out, but then include it in a video or make a video on it and get the keep trying to spread the word.
Yeah, I actually have.
Oh wait, did he change his name? Is that
Yeah,
PNW?
yeah, PNW Fun Works now, not Fun Stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know that was you, dude. I didn't even know that was you. I thought it was odd that somebody else had that same name, but then I was like, oh, maybe it's not. I didn't even know that was
So,
you, dude. People,
yeah, I've
when
got his.
people change their name even a little bit, I get lost.
Man, you know, like that's like freaking. I mean, granted, he always puts Cheeto in his name, but freaking
Yeah.
Cheeto, whatever Montoya, whatever he wants to be today, that stuff. I find it hilarious because it's always something different. Yeah, this is he sent me some a while back, and this is the one that I kept out of it. Man, this thing is freaking gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
I don't know
dude.
I don't know how to pronounce the wood. It's Bacote or whatever, but is these things are awesome.
Yeah, I need to get my mitts on one of them. So we got Illuminati and we got Byron. Awesome.
What's up, Chef Rocky?
Yeah, yeah. I see Big Red getting on. I knew that. Um that's awesome though. I didn't even know that was you, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to get one of them pencils on the channel, man. Or pens. I don't know why I keep saying pencils. Rocky, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see ya, brother. Somebody else popped in. Oh, there she is. Kylie. What's up, Kylie? Kylie Kunal. What's up,
What's
brother Kyle?
happening?
Brother Kyle, what's up, man? Oh yeah, I got you, dude. I just got right after I got home from Blade Show, I just got some more, and I'm planning on getting more too, and getting ahead of the game. Uh, and having some different stickers, So now I'll have a couple. Plus, I plan on getting a couple more, different ones made. So I have a nice little stash. Pass on to members and whatnot. Wayne said, "This is Brian
Yep.
BEEDC. Uh, somebody else, Bluminati or Todd or somebody, link his
Yeah. Yeah.
channel. That
Okay.
way he can go. Somebody can go.
Yeah. I got you. Just put it in there.
There you go. It's right here. You can go. Anyone who's not sub, go give him a sub.
So Greg,
Uh,
I know you're fixing to have to wrap it up, but I wanted to ask you beforehand because you've been asking me questions all night. So, what is, and it doesn't have to be a new one. What is a knife, or what's the one of the most knives that's, or excuse me, when's the one? Jesus, I can't talk. What is one of the knives that surprised you the most?
just in ever.
in general, I mean, it can be a recent knife, it can be whatever, but in your collection, what's one of them knives where you're like, when you picked it up, you're like, this is way better than I thought it was going to be, or this is way worse than I thought it was going to be, or whatever.
I've had a couple of those moments. Trying to think of one that's a good surprise, like a good surprise.
And like I said, and
Uh,
it can be a bad surprise. It can be one that you like, oh wow, this is not something that I want, and because I mean those are just as helpful,
TKE, I subbed twice. So one that's dumb, but which don't make sense. I mean, it
What
makes
you got?
sense, but it don't. But this is a simple way out of the question. I'll think of another one, but or another knife. But this Leon Ma Field Duty blew me out of the water at how good of a knife from tip to butt, internally, ergonomically, everything about it, how good it really was. The cuff 3.5. I think they
Yeah,
just came out. I think they just got released this week, maybe. Knife Center's the only place you can get them, but I got this at Blade Show. And when I picked this up, I had to have it. I actually had them get me out a couple so I could try them all out, and they all
yeah,
felt like almost identical. But this knife blew me out of the water. Like I figured it would be good.
that's a good
Like
one. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good one.
when I walked around and I was like, okay, because I have a field duty 3.5, and mine was pretty damn good as far as the action. Aesthetically amazing, material wise good. So I knew that he had good designs. Um, but yeah, this thing blew me out of the water. Um,
Yeah.
American Blade Works with the Model 1 series that he's doing. The
Mhm.
American Blade Works that he's doing, the liner lock or the button lock. Those really blew me out of the water as well.
His flip joint blew me out of the water.
I didn't get a chance to try that yet. I really screwed the pooch. Had I
I
stopped
did
by
too.
his table, I could have got one, but
I
I
stopped by his
missed out.
table, picked them up, and played with them, and just set one down. I was like, I'll come back by there later on because I was doing so much other crap. And by the time I got back around, they were gone, and I was so mad at myself. I would have bought
Yeah,
one of his.
yeah,
I would have bought one of his folder or one of his other knives. He didn't. I don't think he had any Warncliffe ones out there. I think they were all the drop point. I want one of his Warncliffes bad.
yeah. The Warncliffe's really sick.
Yeah,
They're
that's
both,
my blade shape. That is my
yeah,
blade shape.
yeah. I really like that style Warncliffe, this style sheep's foot. I'm a big fan of a lot, I like drop points and tantos, but nowadays I do lean more towards the sheep's foot Warncliffe or modified version of one or the other. But yeah, American Blade Works um is probably, I've said this before in some of my videos too, but they probably provide, just in general as a whole, considering everything, the best value in the knife world, period.
Yes,
Just based on price, attention to
material. Yeah,
detail, materials, the quality the quality of the materials, and then the quality that he gets out of the materials. Like whatever he does, the Magna Cut is done to perfection. The
yeah,
blade is milled and it's tumbled, and then the titanium he gets, he micro mills it, and it looks awesome, plain or with an inlay. Just everything he does and then he's got a great like back end on the back end. He's got a great warranty. He'll take care of you if you have an issue or something, whatever.
yeah. Great people too. And
So
I didn't know this, but they're actually local to me. They're in North Carolina.
oh yeah, that's right. I did know that. Just from getting one knife from him anyway. Uh, yeah, great dude too. On top of all of
Yeah.
that stuff, great dude. I mean, I didn't get a chance to meet him. Like I said, I screwed that up. I guess I didn't have as level as
Buddy,
head as I
it was your
maybe.
first blade show, man.
Yeah.
You can't beat yours, man. My first blade show, I made a mistake of only being able to go for one day, and I kicked myself so hard for the next 6 months about the things I missed and what I didn't get to see and everything.
Right.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I was there all 3 days, and I still. I mean, if I wouldn't have been working, I mean, if I wouldn't have been working a booth, I think I would have been able to see everything that I wanted to see. But helping out the guys on the booth and stuff, I was, it uh
Yeah. It
missed out on
hinders
some
you.
stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
Chef Rocky's another guy, another NC native. Kyle, I hate you. And then Ant, it's okay. Nobody's perfect. Kyle said he's carrying the AB. He's got the ABW warning in his hand, which is why I hate him. And Ant says he can't get on the warning and sheep foot train. And well, like I said, nobody's perfect. So
I got to meet Chef Rocky at Blade Show.
yeah, yeah. Rocky was in my live stream on the one I did there at the show. That was pretty awesome. Always has an epic pocket check. Yeah, free. It was funny, man. Yeah, Greg, when you walked up to me and you're like, "Hey, man," It took it. I don't know why or what. As I guess it's just you look different in person or what. But it took me. I was like, I was like, damn, the voice. But then I could not figure. I don't know why I couldn't figure out who the hell you were for a second. But that was funny.
Dude, it was Tim School of Fish. We were all bunch of us were all talking in that side room there. When you leave the main area and you're like going towards the escalators, that kind of hangout room there, one of the hangout rooms. I was standing in there talking to like Shane, and I think Stevie was in there and a few
Yeah,
other people. Anyway, I was standing in there and all of a sudden I feel like these two hands on my shoulders. I was like, what the hell? And it was freaking Tim. He's like, dude, I knew that me and him had never met.
yeah,
And he's like, dude, I knew that was you just by the sound of your voice. And I was like, dude, what the hell? I didn't even know it was him. I never met him before. And I was
yeah.
standing in the room with my back to him. So he was 100% sure it was me without even seeing me, just by hearing my voice. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because of all the background noise or what it was like. But yeah, as soon as you said once we set like we actually started talking, I was like, oh yeah, that's yeah. You can't mistake that voice. But yeah, it was interesting, man. It was great. Great to meet a lot of people. Um,
Yeah, it's hectic too. There's a lot going on.
yeah,
Your mind's going a million miles a minute.
yeah, for sure.
Even seeing somebody you like, sometimes it don't correlate. You're like, oh shit, I just saw so and so, but then they're like, you don't see them anymore because of the freaking ocean of people that flows through every second. But yeah, fully plan on going this, or I guess it'd be next year.
Yeah,
Fully plan on going next year as well. We stayed down there for like what, 5 or 6 days this time. We probably won't stay that long
yeah.
again, but
We were there for 4 days, so we came down Thursday nights or Thursday day. Checked in at like 3 o'clock or whatever time our check-in was, and then we were there all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and left Monday, whatever time. We got Urban Woodsman in the house, Josh Branson. Urban Woodsman is one of those guys, one of the first people in the community that I got to meet at Blade Show last year. Him, him, Stevie, and Forrest, and Sharif, and a whole bunch of people that I can't remember. All were sharing a table there at the Kaiser meet. So he was one of those awesome people that got to introduce me to this community.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Thursday to Monday was a good amount of time. Yeah, well, we had before we came down, we had other plans. There's a town uh like 45 minutes or so from Atlanta that there's a bunch of TV shows and I think even movies too shot in this like general area in this town. And one of the shows uh vampire show, my woman loves it. Vampire Diaries. Uh that show was shot there. I think Walking Dead was shot around there.
Oh yeah, I know where
Some,
you're talking about. I can't think of the place either, but yeah, I know where you're talking about.
but yeah, we made a day out of it, so that's why we stayed Monday, and then we left Tuesday morning. So we were there Thursday to Tuesday. Thursday don't really count though, because we didn't even get to the house till like midnight, 1 o'clock or something like that. So,
Hmm. Kyle, nobody is the same after seeing Shane's nips.
Mrs. Gregg will never be.
That
Yeah.
that that scars everyone for life.
She laughed her ass off too. What's funny
I,
was
I would like
we
I would like to come out to Blade Show West just because I know there's a lot of folks that can't travel across, and I would love to do that one year. But I've made the decision after doing both Blade Show Texas and Atlanta this year. Unless somebody is paying my way, I can't do both. Again, so next year will just be Blade Show Atlanta. I can't do Texas again. Like I said, unless somehow I end up getting my way paid, whatever.
yeah. Yeah, I hear that, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah, don't
hear
worry,
that,
Urban.
man.
Anytime I come to Blade Show, I'll be uh coming with some of my wife's cheesecakes every year. I think now that has become a Blade Show tradition.
I'd love to go to West, but I ain't gonna be able to go either. There's just
Yeah,
no way. I'd have to win the lottery or like you said, yeah. So I'm not
I
going
think
either.
I think one year what'll end up having to happen is that'll have to be my vacation. So I always
Right.
do, I always do a yearly vacation, with the wife, and we usually do it on our anniversary. We'll go on a cruise or whatever. And we've talked about one year not doing that and instead just going and traveling somewhere different. So I might try to do that and just focus it around when Blade Show West is, and go wherever out in that area to have some nice time, and then spend 2 days at Blade Show. But she enjoys Blade Show just as much as I do. But
Right. You don't want to make that. That's what we did this year. We got to do something I wanted to do basically and something she wanted to do basically.
yeah,
But we both enjoyed doing like she enjoyed Blade Show, she enjoys knives and she had fun. She had more fun than she thought she would have actually getting to meet
yeah,
everybody. She didn't realize cuz people around here are not like the people in the knife community, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
here people are freaking just like everywhere else pretty much, but a lot of people are assholes around here. We'll just put it that way. But and then I had a good time going to that town, going to the stores and good restaurant there, to eat
Oh
food
yeah,
and stuff. So I had a good time going there and whatnot. But I don't want to make that next year's trip either. You know what I
right.
mean? So I need to find a way to put funds aside for us to go on an actual vacation plus go to Blade Show, even if it's just for like 2 or, even just the weekend or whatever. But
Hey, I'll tell you a little. I mean, it's not like it's a massive thing, but something that I do. Not that I'm a person that gives financial advice, but um, Credit Karma, which don't trust them for score stuff because their credit scores are usually off by a lot. But I believe they have, and it may not be the highest anymore, but they have one of, if not the highest APY on their savings account, and you can do automatic drafts to it. So what I do, I get paid
Oh,
weekly. So I do $35 to $50 depending on the week because I work a 4x4 schedule. So some weeks I get a 36-hour paycheck, and some weeks I get a 48-hour paycheck. So on the shorter
oh,
weeks, I have it take less out, and on the longer weeks, I have it take more out. But because of that high APY, and I'm talking, it's over 4% now. I think it's getting close to 5% APY. Um, but anyway, I have it take it directly out of my account every week, and I don't miss it. I don't think about it, and then that right there is vacation funds. And it
right,
just because the APY is so high, if you don't touch it for a year, I mean it builds up, it adds up a lot, and like I said, it does it automatically. So, and it's something that I don't have a card to, so I don't have to worry about all that itch of wanting to use it, for emergency funds or whatever. I just forget the shit exists until
right.
once a year, and then we go from there.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Kyle just said he got hit up by TS Prop and he's gonna be checking out their new products, testing
Oh hell
them,
yeah,
giving feedback. So he's gonna be a shill for TS Prof.
hell
That's
yeah. Well, I mean,
awesome, man.
I've heard he is surprisingly professional.
He's professional at more than just one thing, though.
For
Yeah,
sure.
Josh, we did, man. I think we just missed each other. I think you were at the pit and left, and I had just showed up. So yeah, we literally just missed each other. I think the night I went to the pit, whoever was there, I forget who it was, but said you had just left. So yeah, I just missed you. Nope, no shill, no affiliate links. I turned that down. Shill.
Yeah. Yes, Josh. Kyle is somewhat of a decent sharpener. Nah, he does a great job. Oh, I see a pup.
Yeah,
Speaking of, where's mine at? She usually
I
can't
got
stand the fact that I'm sitting in here.
I got
Oh,
two of them, but the one you can't see because he's like 6 pounds,
yeah.
and
Well,
my
I've got four. They're all rescue. One of them is my Dalmatian mix. He's on the couch laying down asleep. Then my son, the one that just went to bed a little bit ago, he keeps two of them sleep in his room, my pit, and we have another like a hound mix, something like that. But the one that's usually so jealous that I'm spending time on the computer is not here. My little one called Baby Girl. She must have decided to actually go to bed and not be a pain in my neck today.
I was gonna say he must have went to bed or something with Sonny.
Yeah. So
Nah, that's awesome, Kyle. Hey, man, if something's good, something's good. If something's not, something it's not. No matter what, no matter what. So if there's no affiliation. If there's a
the way I
good
look at
product,
it,
there's
the
a
way I
good
look at it as
product.
far as that goes, and we talk about killing as a kind of a joke, but the way I look at it is if I believe in the company or believe in the product, I'll have an affiliate, I'll have a discount code, whatever. If it's just a company wanting to send me shit just to send me shit, no. But TS Prof makes a fantastic product. There's some great sharpeners. But yeah, that's the way I look at it is if it's not something I actually believe in, then I'm not going to deal with it. But yeah.
Yeah, or just say it's not good and it's not worth picking
No.
up or whatever it might be. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
hell yeah, I agree, man.
that's kind of my whole shtick is the fact of, I really don't, and of course, I mean, I'm not a big enough channel for my opinion to really mean shit to outside of the the subscribers that I have or whatnot. But um, if I don't like something or it ain't worth it or whatever, you're going to know about it. That's just like the PLXT. Um, a lot of people really love that knife. A lot of people have talked about it great, but when I got it, I was really not impressed with it. For what you are, and I gave my opinion on it. A lot of people seem to not like that, but I mean, it is what it is. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't sit here and tell people that I'm going to be honest and that's what I live by. If I'm going to sit there and just because it's a big company, not talk crap about it. Or not talk crap, but it's not give the truth. Grizzle Bear, what's
Yeah,
happening, brother?
give construct I mean, I try to be as nice about any like if
Well,
there's
yeah,
something I don't typically like, I'll just
constructive criticism. Now, unless it's a
yeah.
complete and utter just piece of trash, then I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But like, there
Yeah.
were a lot of things. There's a lot of things about that knife in particular. Not just picking on that knife, but there's a lot of things about that knife in particular, and that's what I talked about. Like, the pocket clip was trash, and it is the way they did the pocket clip was stupid. They shouldn't have done it that way. There's no reason for it. The price versus everything, I thought that was off. There was just a lot about that knife that didn't meet the expectations I thought it would have from that company, and that was kind of where I was at with it. We'll talk about kind of one like that. So like I just got this knife in just because it was a really great deal. This is one of Case's modern folders.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it's the Kazoo, something like that. I don't know how to spell it. Kazua, or I don't know how to say it. Kazoo. Anyway, it's S35 and aluminum, blah, blah, blah. But I really like the knife. But like we're talking constructive criticism, and I haven't even done the video on this yet. But like you have to come down so far on the knife because there's where your there's where your detent's at. So
Really?
that's where.
Wait.
Yeah, so it's like, and your lock bar access is here, so you're not, you can't drop the knife shut. You have to come way down to be able to do that, and it just things that a company that's been around that long should understand. So that was like, it's not a bad knife, but that's something that you shouldn't be an issue, but it is, especially for a company like I said that's been around doing knives for so long. But then again, I mean, it's company is kind of known for not having the best quality control anymore. But that's not quality control. That's just a design issue. But still a cool
Right.
ass knife though. I like the knife in general. It's just little things like that. Oh man.
All right, brother. Yeah, I think yeah, JB just hopped on her a minute ago. So we'll
Just went live.
freaking bounce. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll let him roll the time now. But I appreciate you, man, for coming on and hanging out and
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, man. It's been a blast. I love doing these lives and things like that. We'll have to we'll have to do it again sometime.
yeah, that sounds like a plan, man. Yeah, just come on and shoot the crap even anyway.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I'll do the same. I'm gonna try to start going live on my channel. I need to get my watch hours up so I can I mean not so I can get monetized, but I would like to be able to have the channel membership stuff so I could start doing like membership giveaways and things like that instead of just doing these massive giveaways I've been doing. I won't be able to
Right,
sustain that stuff for long.
right. Yeah, dude. Yeah, let me know, man, and I'll pop on too to one of your lives or whatever.
For sure, man.
All right, brother. I'll catch you later. Thanks, man. Have a good night and good weekend.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you guys. Y'all take care.
All right, everybody. Thank you to all the members who gifted members, all the people who gifted memberships. Welcome to all the new members. Look for, I'll probably put, I already have the next week's thing done, so look for that video probably Monday, maybe tomorrow, but Monday. And thank you to everyone who came and hung out. Anyone who comes and watches after, thank you and love you guys as well. Have a good weekend and a good rest of your weekend, safe weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.